Have we ever seen someone in that sport that possessed the arsenal that he has?
No. He's by far the most talented person that we've had in mixed martial arts. When he beat me,
That was the best you'd ever been.
I'd never been better.
Let's just say, for the sake of argument, you're 3 years apart, and now y'all move up and y'all fight heavyweight.
Nah, he wasn't beating me at heavyweight.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Club Shay Shay. I am your host, Shannon Sharp. I'm also the proprietor of Club Shay Shay. Stopping by for conversation and a drink today is one of the most accomplished and decorated fighters in MMA history. He's one of the great mixed martial artists of all times, a warrior in the octagon, a champion in every MMA organization he's competed in, a former UFC light heavyweight champion and heavyweight champion. He's the second fighter in UFC history to hold titles in 2 weight classes simultaneously. He's the first fighter in the UFC to win and defend both the light heavyweight and the heavyweight belts. A UFC Hall of Famer, a 2-time Olympian, 3-time Louisiana State champion, an All-American freestyle wrestler, color commentator, world-class talent, a master on the microphone, a father, a husband, a legend. DC could stand for double champion, but in this case, it stands for Daniel Cormier.
My man. Hey, say it again. When you say it all, when you say it all,
Yeah.
man, I'm gonna tell you. When you say it all, it's something. Because I grew up in Louisiana. I never could have imagined this life. I swear to God, I never could have imagined. And to hear all that, man, that was a ride.
Man, thanks for stopping by Club Shay Shay.
Thank you, Shannon.
Man, you know when you stop by Club Shay Shay, you know you got to have a taste of it.
Yeah, that Shea Bottle post.
Yeah, man. Award-winning.
Yeah, it's good.
Award-winning.
It's good?
It's great.
Let me see.
You know anything about cognac?
No, I don't, but I'm gonna try that. Oh, it smells strong, too.
See, switch it around. Do
Well, that's pretty good. It don't even really. It don't
Yeah, see, it ain't got that bite. You
Nah, it ain't got that. I was expecting a little bit. So my daddy drank like Southern Comfort and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Stuff would set your hair on fire.
Yeah, no.
But this don't have
It's
that.
nice
You
and
can drink
smooth.
this.
Yeah, it's easy. See, we got to get you something. We got to get something for your old man.
That's actually really good.
Yeah, see,
Yeah, that's real good.
Let me ask you: when you hear what I read off, and you and I were talking before we started this interview, and you was talking about growing up in Louisiana and the expectations of, and now you're in media. Did you expect any of this to happen? This be your life at your age now?
No, Shannon, I was a kid that I grew up in Lafayette, right? So it's not the best place.
Right.
But I followed everybody, so I did everything they did. So when I was in high school, my freshman year, I was a kid that failed off the wrestling team.
Right.
I was a kid that had to go to summer school to get to 10th grade. I did all kinds of bad stuff until I started getting better at wrestling.
Right.
And then I realized, like, wait, this wrestling can take me somewhere.
Right.
But even after that, I never thought that I would have jobs doing what I do with the volume, working at ESPN, working at Fox that I used to.
Yeah.
A lot of similarities, right?
Yes.
But like having those opportunities, I never could have imagined doing that because I didn't go to college for media. None of us did.
Right.
We went to college to play sports.
And normally the best people that are in media didn't go to college for media.
Yes.
Especially when they do what we do. Now, obviously, you know, the play-by-play and the
those
things
guys.
of that, you know, obviously. But to sit and talk about a sport, it really helps if you played that sport
Yes.
and you can speak through personal experience.
Absolutely. And that's what people want to hear. The people actually want to hear when you are talking as the guy that played the tight end, the guy that's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. When you're talking about football.
Yes.
Because they know, well, he's been in the trenches.
Yes.
And that's what I do when it comes to fighting. I can explain something in real fine detail.
Yes.
Because there's no position I haven't experienced, the good and the bad, in my career.
I'm going to take it from this approach. You got a late start to MMA.
Yep.
And getting a late start, that didn't deter you because now I'm looking at you, what you were able to accomplish later in your career.
Yeah.
How is that possible, DC?
So I walked into that gym at 30 and a half.
Right.
I turned 31 in March. I only fought for 10 years. And at 41, I should have been done.
Right.
But the money had got too good. That's what the money, the money get good at the end.
Yeah.
The money get good at the end whenever you aren't supposed to be doing it anymore. But I kept fighting. But I walked into that gym, but because of my background in wrestling, it gave me like a massive head start. So I went out to San Jose. I went to multiple gyms recruiting. They were trying to get me to train. But I walked in the AKA, bro. I saw Cain Velasquez. I was like, yo, that dude is who I want to fight like. And if I can train alongside him, it will lead me to being one of the best. But at 31 years old, I was essentially making my MMA debut.
Because normally guys that are really, really good, they start, obviously you got a wrestling background.
Yep.
But they've been doing this for an extremely long period of time.
Yeah.
And you just basically, 30 years old with a wrestling background, but you got to be multifaceted to be really good in the UFC.
Yes.
The more rounded you are, the better you are.
Yes.
If you're one-dimensional, you're going to have a very short shelf life in that sport.
Yep, not today. You can't, you definitely cannot be one-dimensional today.
Right.
Back in the day, you remember Royce Gracie and those guys?
I do.
They would walk with the jiu-jitsu chain. You had the jiu-jitsu guy and you had the big boxer.
Right.
One brother went out there with one glove on. His name was Art Jimison. He went out there with one glove. Can't do that.
The first two fights that were in Denver, Colorado, I saw them UFC.
Really?
Yeah.
You went?
I went.
See, that's crazy.
I was telling Dana the story.
You actually went to watch it?
I went to watch it. Because I there's like, okay, and listening to it, what it's going to be. Well, we're going to see if a karate guy could beat this guy. And if a big guy could beat that guy. And I'm like, well, okay, so what about the classes? They're like, ain't no weight class. I was like, hold on. So a guy 125 could literally be fighting somebody 275? Like, yeah. I'm like, I don't think this is going to end well.
But that's what drew you in, right? Then Royce wins, and he's 165, 170.
Yes, I'm looking at this little dude. I said, you about to get the brakes beat off you. And he got his suit on
His
and everything.
gi on,
Yeah. And I'm like, what's he doing? And he's like literally trying to lay down. I'm like, I don't think this, cause I ain't never heard about no TC, I don't know nothing about no Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And he's like laying down. I'm like, what you doing?
You go down there, you're in trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
If you go down there with him, they were in trouble. But my manager, still to this day, Dwayne, he calls me when I graduated college at Oklahoma State. He goes, hey, there's a sport. This is 2001. He goes, there's a sport that's going to take over. It's going to be MMA.
Right.
It's fighting. Have you ever been in a fight, like, in your life?
Right.
I started laughing at him. I said, bro, I grew up in Louisiana. I had them fight all the time.
Right.
And I think that even though Shannon, like, I'm pretty sure you grew up down in the South too,
yes,
and you had to fight at times.
Yeah.
Even though we aren't doing it correctly, somebody's trying to punch you.
Yes.
You're trying to punch someone.
Right.
So then when somebody taught me to punch, like, I'm okay, this is how it's done the right way.
Right, correct.
So it allowed for me to adjust to it much faster, and I wasn't scared.
Right.
Like, that's the biggest thing with wrestlers especially. Being scared to get hit. You cannot be scared.
Right. How is it that we're starting to see more athletes, DC, dominate in their 40s? You saw a guy like yourself. You see a LeBron James. You saw a Tom Brady. You see guys that are playing at extreme. Because normally guys, they're gone. By the time they get to the mid-30s, they're gone, especially in your sport. Even in football, guys ain't playing that long. And every once in a while, you'll get a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That'll be, but he's a big guy, and he doesn't need to get up and down the court. But to see Tom play until he's, 43, 44 years of age, yourself fighting.
At 41,
That's a whole, LeBron still being able to play at the level he's playing at. Why do you think guys have been able to do things to this level much longer?
Because of the access to recovery. I think athletes are smarter today. Those guys are very young. So when we're younger, like you're in your 20s, you're in your 30s, you're Superman. You go to sleep, you jump out of bed, you go to train. Every day. But then as you start to get older, the body starts to ache a little more. But those guys in their 20s and 30s they're not rejecting the body anymore. They're saying at 25, while I may feel great, I know there are like problems underlying for me that I need to address, make sure that I'm straight. And I think that's why they're playing so long. But they're playing at an elite level. I remember when Peyton Manning went to Denver. He said it himself. He goes, I can't throw the ball down the field. He goes, but I will manage a game. Every now and again, I'll give you one that goes a little deeper. He goes, but I'm managing the game. Because at the point, we were still kind of living in that world where you just age and then you age out. And even Aaron Rodgers right now, right? We'll see what happens this year, but last year he just didn't look like the same guy and caught up to him quick.
Going into a fight, because like you said, when you're young, you feel invincible. You feel you can't lose. As you start to get age, you're like, I'm not as quick as I once was. My reaction time is not the same. My defense mechanisms are not the same. My spidey senses don't tingle like they once did. I'm not processing information. You know what I'm saying? The computer, the internet ain't working.
The internet, you back on AOL.
Dial up. You on dial up.
No.
You're exactly right.
Yes.
But DC, I mean, for you, you went in there and you did what you did to Stipe. Like, what was your thought process? Did you like, man, I'm getting older. Did you train any different?
So at 39, I didn't. So I didn't at 39. This is the craziest shit ever. So 39 starts.
Yes.
Right? In 2017, I lost to John Jones in Anaheim.
Right.
So they called me, hey, you want to fight another fight? It was like September, October. I said no. I said, this was the first time I'd been knocked out in my life. Right. Like in my life, Shannon. Like, in football, I would hit people and you kind of buzz.
Yeah.
I was knocked out.
Bell rung, your stars. Yeah.
And all it was my bell just got rung, right? You go back to playing. I got knocked out, man. Like, he kicked me in the head and he hit me with a whole bunch of follow-up shots and it put me out. Like, hey, I remember, I can tell you right now, this was in 2017. Mm-hmm. From the moment that fight finished, all the way back to the ambulance, I still can't recall that time.
Really?
I can't make myself remember what happened. I try. I try now, even at night, to go, man, what happened in that 10, 15 minutes? Dude, there's a video of me crying with Joe Rogan. He's interviewing me after the fight, but I'm so concussed that I'm crying in the octagon because I just lost the biggest fight of my career.
Right.
They called me to fight again, and I said, no. I said, I'm going to let my brain rest until the end of next year, or the beginning of next year. I fight in January. At 39, I feel great. I go in, I win the belt back. I beat Stipe in July, and I'm fine. I feel no age because of the late start, right? I'm only doing this 7 years now.
Right.
8 years. Because of the late start, at 39, I become the double champ. I defend the belt in Madison Square Garden. Everything's great. But on that morning of that fight with Derek Lewis, I get up to do my shakeout. I go run, hit my pads. As I'm on the treadmill, I'm like, God, I don't feel great this morning. Like, I'm kind of like achy, right? Shannon, I'm running, I sneeze. Bro, when I sneeze, threw my back out.
What?
Threw my back out. I sneezed so violently.
That's like a baseball player did some mess like that.
Yes, I sneezed so violently, my back went out. So now I'm stuck hunched over. Mind you, at 1 a.m. tonight, I've got to walk to that octagon and fight Derek Lewis. You can't lose a main event on the day. So then they come and they massage me. They give me a stem cell treatment. They get me up in about around 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I go fight. 1 month after that, I'm in the gym training. I kick Kane's leg. He checks it. Tingle goes all the way up my leg. The disc sits on my sciatica.
Yeah.
Now I'm paralyzed almost. And from that moment on, I just was not the same guy. It took one incident, a sneeze, essentially ended my career because I never want to fight again.
Right.
Stipe beat me the next time, then he beat me the following time. It's like, it was that one thing. So I think these guys, while they're playing longer, have an ability to go longer, but it'll be one thing. LeBron, if LeBron gets hurt, it's not going to be like when he got hurt in his 20s. He's really going to struggle.
That's the thing.
To bounce back.
Because when you're younger, the ability to bounce back.
Yep.
I mean, an injury that would keep you down a day, all of a sudden it's 2-3 days.
Yep.
Or maybe it's a week. And an injury that would keep you down a week when you're younger, it's keeping you down 2 weeks or maybe even a month.
Yeah.
The body just doesn't recover.
With the football, like how old were you when you retired?
I was going to turn 36 in 2 months.
So you were still relatively young.
Yeah.
In today's game, though, you'd have played 3 more years.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But how did the body feel?
Because they don't. In training camp, we was outside twice a day. We have some days we have 2-a-day practices.
They don't even hit no more.
No. No. They don't hit no more. We hit.
Yes.
They were for real hit.
Yeah.
And we hit for real in college, and we hit for real in high school.
Yep.
So, but I think it got our bodies used to taking that. We didn't have these little ticky-tack injuries that these guys get now. But do you think that because you didn't have the wear and tear, that, say if you had gotten to this like in your 20, like I think John Jones started like 20.
John Jones started at like 19.
Yeah. Do you think because you didn't have the wear and tear, because like you said, even though you had a short shelf life, really you only had like 8 years.
Yeah. I fought for 8 years.
Yeah.
Like, I was the champ. I was in the championship for 8 years. I fought for the belt those last 2 years. That didn't mean I was necessarily in the picture, right? I was fighting for the belt because I have the name value. I was fighting for the belt in Anaheim because I was the champion.
Right.
I had to defend.
Right.
Sure, I was beating Stipe, but man, by that That old monkey jump on my back in the third round. Shit, I was beating the shit out of him. By the third round, the monkey jump on my back. I was like, yo, I am exhausted. I'd never felt it before.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. It is the scariest thing that you could ever imagine in your life. I've been in some hairy situations. Inside that octagon, not having the energy to fight, because that dude wants to kill you.
Yes.
If that referee don't take him off of you, he gonna keep beating you up. Like seriously, like that's how you gotta approach fighting.
Right.
So it's like, that's a scary, when you're like, you get off that stool and you're like, oh my God, I don't know if I got 10 more minutes.
Right.
Scary.
I forget who it was, but I remember there was some lady that she like woke, she's like, I was in the ring and I realized I didn't want to fight anymore.
Ooh.
I was like, you probably want to like in training or maybe even the night before.
In the back.
Yes, but you don't in the ring and I forget her name.
She fought?
Yes.
She got knocked out, didn't she?
She lost.
She lost.
She lost. Misha Tate?
Misha Tate. Yep, Misha Tate. Yep. I remember her saying that.
And I'm like, boy, that's an awful time to find out you don't want to do something when you're actually doing it.
Yeah. There's some questions before.
Yeah.
Every time.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Every time there's some questions. I used to watch Floyd and all them dudes like in the ring before when they're introducing them. I'm like, how do they do that? How do they find calm in this with everything going on around them?
Right.
With what's at stake?
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I couldn't do it. But then I would walk to that octagon. It's the most, like you know, right? And that's what people don't understand. When you hit that tunnel for a Super Bowl or you hit that tunnel for a big game, your whole body's on fire.
Oh, yeah, you got goosebumps.
You got goosebumps everywhere.
What's going through your mind?
Shannon, I'm in the back every time. And I would go in, same routine, I'm from Louisiana, superstitious. I go in the back and I go to sleep. People would look at me like, how can you sleep knowing that in 3 hours you're gonna go fight for a world championship?
Right.
But I knew that my preparation, I left no stone unturned. I'd done everything. So the result was done.
Right.
Either I was gonna win or I was gonna lose because
it wasn't gonna be something that you did in that
I did wrong.
Yeah.
And in that 3 hours,
right.
How do you settle yourself? I said, because I'm ready. But I would be in the back, I'd get up, I'd do my warm-up. Then they would tell me, all right, DC, you walk in a minute. And you start hearing music. And all right, DC, we're walking in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's just nerves. I'm like, how many times should I have gone left? I went to college, Shannon. How did I end up here fighting? Man, I hit that curtain. Thousands of people, 18,000. The UFC does an amazing job of walking you through the crowd. And the energy is just electric. And they're reaching for you. And they want a piece of you.
Right.
And I couldn't even handle it. I would run to the octagon because it's just too much. I'm already jazzed. I can't take in any more energy before I step in there.
Do you see them? Because a lot of times, like you get into a zone, DC, and you know, like you said, like you don't even see the people. It's like a calm. Like I'm in a game, and it's like a calm. I don't even hear the crowd.
Yeah.
It's like everything is just like hush, and all of a sudden you catch a pass, you catch a touchdown, and it's
you hear it all.
Yes.
It's great. But I can't see him because I'm
focused,
purposely tunneling on the octagon and have the ability to go second. So the guy that I'm fighting is already in there.
Right.
Right. So I'm not standing there waiting. Trying to. So I'm going second. When I hit that step, those steps, I'd walk up and I tap the octagon. That was some football shit we used to do. Always hit play like a champ today, right? Like I would always tap the octagon. I go in there. Bro, there's Bruce. Bruce is dressed to the dime.
Yeah.
There's some commissioners making sure we don't fight before. And then when they do the last instructions and you turn around, there's a pin that they drop to lock the cage. It makes that sound right there that he just dropped.
Right.
I could hear it. 20,000 in the arena.
And you could still hear that pin.
I could hear that pin. And then I would say to myself, I swear to God, I would be like, somebody got to die in this. It ain't gonna be me. I swear to God, every time. I'd be like, somebody gonna die in here. Like,
yeah, I'm about to make you go unlock that gate.
Yes.
My goal is to make you unlock that gate.
You're gonna either jump over this, you're gonna either jump over to run away from me, or they're gonna pull me off of you by the time this is done.
Right.
And that was always my approach because you had to look at it like life and death. Wow. You just had to. I had so many things. I wouldn't eat. I would abstain from sex. I wanted to be as primal as I could be going into the octagon.
When you cut, okay, you're the light heavy, that weight is 205. So now, where are you coming down from? You coming from 230, you coming from 235, you coming from 250? Where you coming from, D?
Shannon. My nutritionist was at my house for a fight I was supposed to have in January, but I got hurt the day before Thanksgiving. He had a turkey in a brine. It was in a big old pail.
Yeah.
It was white though, Shannon. He was gonna make us Thanksgiving dinner, but it was not gonna be seasoned. I got hurt right before Thanksgiving. Man, we took that turkey, rinsed all that shit off, made it ourselves and seasoned it. The next day I weighed 257 pounds.
What?
I weighed 257, bro.
And you got to be 205 in January?
January 19th, I weighed in at 204.7. I was 257.
What the hell?
I was huge, man. I was big. But, like, I wasn't tall.
Yeah, I know. That's a lot of weight in a small area, DC.
But when I would walk into the octagon, you could see where the power was in my ass and my legs.
Yes.
It was like that, this.
You're really explosive.
Exactly. And it was all in this, right? While I was the shorter guy, short arms.
Yeah.
I had, my torso's not tall.
Right.
But like it's in my legs. And that's why the explosiveness was always so on display. Yeah, it was good. But it was the best. It's like dude, when you're on that sideline and the national anthem's playing, that feeling, that's what we're feeling, bro. It's the best. That's why so many fighters end up on drugs and messed up, because you can't replace that.
You can't replicate that.
No, you can't.
And that's why athletes struggle once they leave the said sport. It's because you're never going to be able to replicate 20,000, 80,000, however many thousand. You're never going to be able to replicate the locker room. You're never going to be able to replicate the bus rides, the plane rides, just the camaraderie. Now, I don't know.
But that's what you miss the most. You literally miss the practices and afterwards just sitting there talking.
Yeah, I didn't miss the games. I mean, the money was nice, but you just missed the camaraderie, the laughing and joking, you in the line stretching and doing all those things.
Yep.
You mentioned Anaheim.
Yep.
You fought John Jones. I think you were 35 and he was 27.
Yep.
If you guys were comparable ages, is that fight different?
I think there are a lot of reasons why he beat me. Have you met John Jones?
I haven't.
John Jones is probably 6'5", 6'4", 6'5". John Jones's arms are 84 inches apart, his reach. Wow. Mine are 72.
Yeah.
So like he was taller, so even at the same age, he would still be taller.
Yes.
Two of his brothers played in the NFL. One was like really good, Chandler. So I think I would be better because I would be younger, but I don't know if I could have been better in Anaheim because I trained so hard because he beat me the first time. Mm-hmm. I've never been better. When he beat me, I was
That was the best you'd ever been.
I'd never been better. I would have beat everybody else in the world in all those weight classes. I was never better than that night. And he beat me. And even the fight up to the point that he got me, it was just super competitive.
Right.
Joe Rogan said something to the effect of, you can clearly see you're watching the two best lightweights we've ever seen in an octagon.
Right.
Because we were both so locked in. So I don't know that the age made as much of a difference, because I just think that he has a lot of built-in advantages with his height and his reach, and he's got great timing, and he's tough, dude.
Right.
He's very tough, Shannon. Like, I would club him upside the head, and he would just keep fighting. He would just, and not many did that.
And that's what I want. What makes him, because like you say, okay, he's 6'4.5", he's 6'5", 84-inch reach. He can punch you, he can take you down.
See, he don't hit very hard, though, with his hands. He does not punch hard.
Really?
No, he does not punch hard. So we were, I went into the fight. I talked to Rashad Evans.
Right.
And Rashad goes, he doesn't hit hard, but he has other weapons. So we first started fighting the first time. We trade jabs because I had a real unique ability because of my athleticism to get to the jab, even though the guy was taller. So we jab each other. And my nose started bleeding. I was like, well, why my nose bleeding? He don't hit hard.
Right.
My shit bleeding, his shit bleeding for different reasons. But
oh, there you go.
no, man. Ignore that.
You got to say that with it.
So my shit bleed, right? And I'm like, why is my nose bleeding? I was like, why am I shit bleeding? So anyhow, we start fighting, and I'm like, okay, but I got to pressure him because I'm shorter.
Right.
Yo, you got to walk through some razors to get to him. He's got knees.
Yes.
Elbows. So by the time I get in, I've been kneed in the body 3 times. I've been elbowed 2 times. So now I get off. I get my shit going. And then we get apart.
Right.
So now I got to go all through the razors again to get my offense going again. That's what makes him special. He's a special fighter. Right. He really is. And I respect him for what he did inside the octagon, mainly because he beat me on that night.
And you said that's the absolute best.
Never been better.
DC has ever been.
Shannon, I was in such great shape. My shoulders were like big. I was lifting. I was running. I was training hard.
I was conditioned.
I was well conditioned. I was mopping.
You was ready to go 5. If 5 is what is required, it's
because we went 25 the first time.
Yes.
Right. So and my cardio failed me.
Okay.
So I was like, I need to be better because it's going 25 again.
Okay.
And then ultimately he got me with the head kick.
Right.
But I was in shape, man. I was ready to go. My mind was strong. Everything was ready to go get the job done on that night, but he got it done.
What about him what if y'all had moved up? Y'all similar in age. Let's just say for the sake of argument, you're 3 years apart, and now y'all move up and y'all fight at heavyweight.
Nah, he wasn't beating me at heavyweight.
He couldn't beat you?
I don't think so, because I was good at heavyweight. I think I was probably better.
And you're probably a natural heavyweight there wearing
exactly.
the 250.
He's up my natural weight. I was like my natural weight. But he almost admitted it. He said in the time that we were fighting, he goes, no, I'm not going to fight him at heavyweight. That would be giving him the advantage. He goes, he's bigger than me naturally.
Right.
And he goes, no. But then like a couple weeks ago, he was talking about me fighting. I was like, bro, I'm 45 years old, man. I'm 46 now.
Right.
Go fight the dude that want to fight you. Like, he got a big old.
Oh, he want to fight you now at heavyweight?
He talking about I would beat DC at heavyweight. Yo, I've been retired for 5 years, my brother.
Right.
Go fight somebody else. Like, I'm good.
Pick on somebody your own side.
Go fight Tom Aspinall.
When you and John got into it at the presser.
The very first.
Yeah.
What happened?
Damn, DC.
Hey, Shannon. It's so funny because MMA has struggled to capture the urban audience.
Yes.
It really has. John and I are going to fight the first time. John and I have we've always had a history of not getting along great.
Right.
So when the press conference happened, we came forward at the forehead. I pushed him. He pushed me. We flew off the octagon. That was right in the middle of football season. In every sports center, everything led with that.
Correct.
Because it was that big. Lorenzo Fertitta told me, he goes, you guys would have made so much money. He goes, you made great money in January, but it was 6 months. He goes, if y'all fought in September, he goes, you can't imagine how much money you would have made on pay-per-view. But because the fire had died down a little bit after 6 months passed. But we had that moment where the cameras kept recording.
Right.
It was just, we just didn't like each other. But after the fight, I was in Newark, New Jersey, walking around like I would always do. And that's when I realized that being in there with him had changed the way the public perceives me. Right? Because I'm in a very urban neighborhood, very black. And everybody's like, hey, hey, hey. But I think it was because of what we did for each other. Hate each other, dislike each other. We did great business. And we did elevate each other to the point that when I fought Stipe, I was able to elevate him.
Right.
Because of the name recognition I got from fighting John.
Look, the elephant in the room. I saw Demetrius Johnson says, because John Jones, the steroid is tied to his name.
Yep.
He can't be in the GOAT conversation.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that he should be considered the greatest of all time. I've said that. You can't, Shannon, steroids.
Yes.
In fighting is much different than anything else in the world.
They make you stronger. They make you faster. They give you endurance.
Recovery ability when you train.
That's mainly what steroids do.
Yeah, people
it
don't
allows
realize
you to go there and go hard tomorrow, and go hard the day after, and go hard the day after, and go hard the day after. That's when you grow. That's when you become better.
Yep.
Because it gets to a point where you're like, damn, I can't give you everything today.
Yes.
But you can go back to back to back.
And that was me at 36, right? Even though I was the best I could ever be, I'm working as hard as I could ever work in my life, knowing that I have to be ready. At 36, he's 28, right?
So he's in his prime.
He's in his prime. But that's the fight that he actually tested positive and they made it a no contest. So while he's doing that, it's like you said, he's able to keep up with me work-wise, but exceed it. Because at a point, I got to say, hey, coach, I got to take a morning, man. I need it.
Yeah.
I have to take a morning. And I don't know that he would need to do that. Yeah, so I don't.
Did you suspect
No.
at the time when you were in there with him that there's something that might not be on the up and up?
No. I didn't suspect it. He felt like he was always strong.
Right.
He was always strong. He was always big. He was always in shape. It wasn't nothing that surprised me. What sucked was that I felt like I moved past it, right? Like, okay, this dude beat me twice. This shit's over. Like, there's nothing I'm gonna do to be the champ because if I can't beat him, nobody else is beating him. That's what that's the truth, right? I was like, yo, if I ain't beating him, the rest of these dudes ain't beating him because I know how much.
Right.
Because when I fight the other ones, I destroy them.
Right.
Right.
Because they don't have the tool, but they don't have the toolbox he got now.
Exactly.
And plus, he's 6'5", 6'4" and a half. He's long limbs, and he has it all. I mean, you can elbow, you can knee.
If you write a checklist of what you want in a fighter at 205 to heavyweight, John Jones. They're talking about the White House. They're talking about a White House fight card. Hey man, we got to have some Americans win.
Yes.
I don't like John Jones. It's no secret. The whole world knows it.
You're right.
I say, man, y'all better put John Jones on there. Because right now we ain't got one American in the top 10 pound for pound. I said, if y'all want an American dude to go get a victory, put John Jones in there. Because he gonna win. That's what he does.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, I still don't believe, and I agree with DJ, it's like, you just can't have that tied to your name, especially in fighting.
Right.
And people call you the greatest of all time. He's the greatest talent the sport has ever seen.
Have we... that's what I was about to ask you. Have we ever seen someone in that sport that possessed the arsenal that he has?
No. He's by far the most talented person that we've had in mixed martial arts. In terms of his length, his skills, his mind, he's the most talented guy we've ever had. We've had great fighters. Demetrius Johnson was amazing. Khabib is amazing. But Khabib did it through grit, determination, and hard work. Khabib wasn't going to run a basketball and shoot it. John Jones, they got a video of John Jones trying to dunk a basketball. You should see that. That's bad. But obviously he's an athlete. Look at his family.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah,
so
you got two brothers playing in the NFL.
Yeah. He's the best athlete we've ever had. In terms of the best fighter of all time, I would never give that because of that. Now, he's not the only guy I fought on steroids. I think that before they started doing all that testing, all those guys were doing steroids.
Really?
I really do. Many of them had popped for steroids before, and I fought them.
And they had figured out a way how to cycle on and off without getting tested.
Cycle on and off, or they just weren't testing.
Right.
I never took a drug test until I got into the UFC. I just went and fought. So I don't know what those guys were doing. There was a guy, they said that this guy got tested positive for something. They said USADA, who was the testing commission at the time, bro, they got a bit like, I know when they're coming.
Right.
They would come at 6 a.m. in the morning, and I got tested 65 times from USADA, from wrestling to then. But look at me, I'm not on steroids.
Yeah.
But you're hitting the numbers. I said that publicly one time way back in the day. The next time they came to my house at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So they were watching. But because they had gotten like repetitive, they heard fighters doing it. One guy popped for something, Shannon. They got him at 10 p.m. They said if they would have let him go to bed and wake up the next morning, they could have tested him, it'd have been gone. 12 hours? 12 hours for that to get out of his system. It's crazy the level of stuff they have out there.
Well, it's just like anything. I mean, they're going to come up with something that's in and out. They got these peptides now.
This is good.
See? And you didn't think it was going to be. You thought it was going to have all that bite to it.
I don't drink.
No, it don't have
really
any bite.
drink.
It don't have any bite. But the viral video of you finding out that he tests positive and you were just so brokenhearted.
Heartbroken. It's like losing your first girlfriend. I had a girlfriend growing up, and me and her, we went crazy, right? You have sex for the first time. It is all you want to do. Right. I'm checking myself out of school, man, to go meet this girl.
Right.
She's checking herself out of school. She's up in the middle of the night on the phone because her mom doesn't let her use the phone. Our parents took us together. They found out what we were doing. Right. They sat us in the front yard and told us we could not see each other anymore.
That made y'all
That's what it felt like. Let me tell you something. I'm on the city bus getting over that. I'm saying, I was in my 35 cents. Man.
Right.
I'm going to her house. As soon as the mama go to work.
And you said
It was like that.
I will sign a waiver. I want to fight him.
Heartbroken because I know how hard I had worked. Again, it was just like Anaheim. I worked so hard to prepare myself.
Right.
When you're fighting, that's your business partner. Imagine you're playing the Kansas City Chiefs, and on Sunday they just don't show up. Think about it.
We don't practice all week.
Then they just don't show up.
Right.
But your game check is tied to them showing up.
Yes.
Now you're like, hey man, you're hurting my business. I know what the first check looked like when we fought.
Right.
I want that second check. And then then hopefully we go a third time. You know what I'm saying? It's like that was the hurt of it. And then it was UFC 200. Man, we were on Good Morning America together. It was big, and I was like, man, I was heartbroken because it's not just me. It was my entire team that worked so hard to make sure I was prepared to fight that night. So yeah, I said, I'll sign whatever I need to. But Dana was like, come on. Dana was like, you can't do that. You could tell he didn't want to tell me that. You could tell he was like, can I talk to you? I was like, what do you need? I was staying at the MGM Signature because I always stayed like at that small little one on the side. Right. He goes, can you come over to the arena right now? And I was like, why? I was like, it's 2 PM. He goes, I have to talk to you about something really important. So I walk over with my team and he's in the back in that hallway and he tells me, and he goes, we have to talk to the media. I was like, damn, everything's in place and I didn't know. I was still just going about my day like I was gonna go cut weight to make for the fight. And he was like, you have to address the media. It was horrible. I was up there crying and shit.
Yeah, I know. People like, man, DC, what you crying for?
DC crying every time. All DC do is cry. They got me crying multiple times.
Did you drive home?
From
Or did you fly after you found out that the fight?
No, I fought. Remember, I fought Anderson Silva 2 days later. Oh, they got Anderson to fight. Yeah, which was good. I got to fight Anderson Silva, which was awesome. But thank God Anderson said yes. Yes. Not many people would have done it.
No.
Not 2 days. No.
But is it hard because you're fighting a fight? Because I've seen people take fights on short notice and kick the other fighter's ass because he's not prepared to fight that guy. Yep. You prepared to fight a guy with one style, and this guy has a different style, and you like, and something bad could have happened. Yeah. So I was surprised you even took that.
So I took the fight because I wanted to fight bad. Right. Like when you work like that, you want to fight. You want the check, and you want to fight. You want the check, but you want to fight.
Right.
Like,
right. Because that's what you do.
I cut all that weight. I was already 215 pounds. Like, I don't want to go through all that.
Right.
And then 2 months they go, you got to do it again.
Right.
Because as a champion, I would fight 2 times a year max.
Yes.
Right. So I'm like, I don't want to have to go through that again. So I fought Anderson. And it wasn't a great fight because, again, I was so nervous.
Right.
Dude, I was in the octagon. I looked across and I was like, the very first UFC I ever went to, I went to Philadelphia to watch Anderson Silva beat Forrest Griffin. And I mean, Anderson was flexing on him. He's like moving sideways, punching him with one hand. Forrest is just falling down. Right. He finishes the guy that was the UFC light heavyweight champion. I was like, damn, this is crazy. I'm fighting Anderson. I'm in the octagon. I go to the middle. When I walk back to the side, Shay, I look behind me and I said, oh my God, that's actually Anderson Silva standing over there. Like, seriously.
I'm really fighting a legend.
I'm really fighting Anderson Silva.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the first. I've never had that happen to me in my life. It was always somebody's got to die. Except for when I fought Anderson. I was like,
you're like, I don't want to beat this man.
I got to fight Anderson Silva. But then once I started trying to kick. No. Shay, I never had that problem.
You don't take it easy on them.
Dan Henderson was my idol. He was on the Olympic team.
Yeah.
I choke him unconscious.
Damn, DC.
I beat the shit out of him.
Damn. You don't feel bad?
Hell no. Somebody got to die. Jay, somebody got to get it. All right? When you play your brother in football, if you play Sterling.
Oh, yeah. We grow up.
Oh, you want to lose?
No, I'm trying to kill him. I'm trying to kill him. And we love him.
And tell him about it afterwards.
Yes. John retires. And everybody's like, hold on, bro. You retired, and then 2 weeks later, you talking about you in protocol again, testing protocol.
Yeah.
That pissed you off, didn't it?
So when he retired, it didn't. I just wanted I wanted to see him fight Tom Aspinall. I wanted to see him fight Tom Aspinall.
Aspinall that good?
He good, Shannon. He literally has everything you want in the heavyweight. He's big. He's physical. He can wrestle. He's fast. Michael Bisping once said to me, Oh, man, I'm telling you, he could be like Muhammad Ali or MMA. I said, man, you're going crazy. I said, you're a person that works at the company. You're a person that people take your opinion seriously.
Seriously.
You cannot be that strong on one side. He goes, I swear it's true. He's fighting a guy named Sergey, who had knocked out 10 straight people. Nobody could go around with Sergey. Tom Aspinall knocks him out in a round. Walks into the thing and hugs Michael Bisping. I was like, I said, Bisping, I thought you were like his advocate. You advocating for this dude. But I'm like, he's actually that good.
Right.
And then he beats up on Curtis Blades. He beats everybody. And so when I think about it, I'm like, okay, now we get to see John. Because John and I did this thing called counterpunch, where he sat on one side, I sat on the other with Joe Rogan. Yeah. And John said, it was crazy because we just hated each other so much. We were just talking.
Right.
John said to me, he said, at the end of the day, I'm better than you because I'm younger. He goes, you can't beat me in a basketball game. I go, well, that's debatable. He goes, you can't outswim me. You can't outrun me. He said, because every day you wake up, you're a day older, and you look in the mirror and you see a 36-year-old man, and I look in, I'm in my absolute prime. I'm 28. He said, you can't be better than me because the laws of life don't allow for a 36-year-old man to be better than a 28-year-old man when we're doing the same thing. Tom Aspinall is 30 now. John Jones is 38.
Now
I want to see it. I want to see it on the opposite side.
Because he said, and he said, well, he should be favored because he's much younger. And I've heard you and other fighters say, well, you were the
whole time.
The older guy gave you an opportunity.
He dropped the ladder.
So return the favor and give this guy. You don't think there's any chance that John can beat him?
I do. That's the problem. I said, gun to my head, if I had to choose, I would probably say John Jones would win.
Wow.
It's all I've seen him do. I've seen him fight. He's right. Everyone. This is always the next best guy. This guy's going to beat me. This guy's going to beat John Jones. And what does John do? He vanquishes him. He beats him.
They said it about Gustafson.
They said it about Gustafson. Said it about me. Said it about Rashad. Said it about Rampage. Said it about Cyril Gane. I mean, he dirtied Cyril Gane up.
I mean, the man been away for 100 years and walked through Cyril Gane like he was like Cyril Gane was me. That was embarrassing to us, DC. DC, that was embarrassing. DC, that was embarrassing.
I be trying to stay off of Cyril, man, because I like Cyril. Yo, when Cyril's on the ground and he looked at him I was like, he looked like he saw a ghost. He was so in awe of John that he couldn't even compete with him. I was like, bro, he about to fight for the world title again. Imagine if Cyril Gane win and John go, okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
Boy, that would piss somebody off. That would piss people off. Because if Cyril beats Tom, Cyril is that good.
He is.
He's that good. He could beat Tom Aspinall.
No, but Dana ain't gonna let that happen.
What if John's like, yo, all right.
You know, Dana won't let that happen. Dana will not let John come back and fight Cyril Gane for the heavyweight title. He's like, no, you got to fight.
That
you got
would
to fight
be the ultimate move of all time. I would laugh at that shit. I would be happy. Like, John, dude, you're cold for that one.
Yeah. Okay, you say you can't put John as your GOAT. Give me your Mount Rushmore fighters.
Demetrius Johnson.
Okay.
George St. Pierre.
Okay.
Khabib. Mm-hmm. Khabib was undefeated. Nobody beat him. Fourth, God, that's where it gets tough. Because you feel like you want to put, when we talk about just accomplishments, no one's more accomplished than Amanda Nunes.
Right.
Can I really put her on the Mount Rushmore of fighting? But George, Demetrius, Khabib, God, there's some good guys. Chuck Liddell was good, man. Chuck Liddell's kind of responsible for us being here. Randy Couture won 2 titles in his bracket. Mm-hmm. I think that 4th place would belong to one of those guys. Wow. I think somebody like that, because I would never put myself up there. Right. But I'm right in that 4 to 7 range.
Yeah, I thought you might put Anderson.
Anderson had the steroids.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't put Anderson. I would like to put Anderson. If I'm saying all those guys included, then obviously John and Anderson are on that Mount Rushmore. Right. But I don't do that. I refuse it. It's not in fighting. Barry Bonds was a Hall of Famer before he even went to San Francisco.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Plus he's hitting with a baseball bat. He's not punching someone in the face.
women fighters. What did Ronda Rousey do for MMA?
Everything for women. Dana on record said, I will never have women fighting in the UFC or something very close to that. Then Ronda came along and she just opened up the floodgates.
Yes.
And now Dana goes in his life, very rarely does he make decisions where he's like, I really messed up. He openly goes, Ronda Rousey coming in and making me take on female fighting is one of the best decisions I've ever made.
Right.
Because it gave me Amanda Nunes, it gave me Zhang Wei Li, Valentina Shevchenko. It's like all these women have an opportunity because of Ronda. No Ronda Rousey, like I don't know if women still today fight in the UFC. That's how important she is.
Could she have been better?
I think she was at the right time also.
Right.
The girls just weren't well-rounded enough to compete with her.
And when she got somebody that was well-rounded.
You saw what Amanda did to her.
I saw Holly Holmes kick
kicked her in the head.
That was probably the beginning of the end, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, again, like when it's done. But at the end is when the money gets better than it's ever been. So yeah, she couldn't have beat him. If she couldn't have beaten Holly, she was not going to beat Amanda.
No.
But I think it was just such a great pull to have her back that she didn't.
You mentioned this, the UFC at the White House. Dana, look, I was at the when they had it at the Sphere.
Oh, you went, huh?
I went.
Wasn't it crazy?
It was amazing. It was amazing. And I wouldn't put anything. If Dana said they're gonna have a fight on the moon, I don't know what airline flying to the moon, but it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
If he says they're gonna have it on the White House lawn, now I don't know how they gonna pat everybody down and frisk everybody, do background checks, because and maybe it's just closed circuit and there really only a handful of staff there.
No, I think it's gonna be an event. They said they want 20,000 in there.
At the White House?
At the White House.
Oh,
they got an Easter egg hunt at the White House where they put 28,000 on the Easter egg.
But them kids.
Shannon, I swear to God. I was not believing it until I saw that they have that Easter egg hunt there.
Yes.
I was like, wow, well, then it's possible. Because right now, when Trump goes to a fight, we get background checks.
Yes.
The night before they go to the arena, they're sweeping. They sweep it the morning of the fight. They sweep it before he shows up. I don't know. But I told Dana this recently. We were in New Orleans, and I said, you're going to the White House for real. He goes, I said, because you said we're a year away.
Yeah.
He was talking about something on an interview, and he goes, we still got a year. The world's gonna change in MMA by that point. I said, you're speaking in definites. I go, this is happening. Yeah, we're gonna go watch a fight at the White House. That's crazy.
The rivalries, the marching bands, the upsets. Saturday just got way more fun. College football is back. Think you know the game? Put your college football knowledge to the test with DraftKings Sportsbook and turn your picks into big payouts. From live betting during the game, rivalry week odds boosts, and so much more, DraftKings Sportsbook has everything you need to stay in on the action from kickoff to final whistle. Whether you're betting on your go-to team or making moves mid-game as momentum shifts, Saturdays are your own with DraftKings Sportsbook. Here's something special for you first-timers. New customers bet $5 and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code Shannon. That's code Shannon for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5 in partnership with DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. You said, look, we don't have really any Americans in the pound-for-pound top 10. And we just can't have, foreigners coming in and winning all the fights at the White House.
No, we got.
So you got to put John Jones on there.
Put John there. Call Cap. Hey, I'm calling him Captain America. But somebody got to win.
But Dana wants for sure things. Knows that guys are going to be he can count on.
I think he's going to fight at the White House. He has to. He has to fight at the White House.
Aspinall?
I don't know why he won't fight this dude. I said this the other day. If I was still fighting, I'd have fought Tom Aspinall already. I just would have did it. Like, the bigger the challenge, the better. It's like, go prove yourself. But I don't know why he'll do it. But he might have to fight Tom Aspinall. Like you said, Dana's gonna make him fight Tom.
How much money would they need for DC to come out of retirement to fight at the White House? Yeah.
I'm not
They
fighting.
got $20 million for you.
I'm still not doing it, Shannon. Shit, I can't train. I can't train. Dude, I'm doing CrossFit. I was just today practicing how I'm gonna do sumo deadlifts. I'm doing sumo deadlifts. I'm just getting excited to go do my sumo deadlifts. Jay, I can't fight because I can't. I was sparring the other day. I started a team of guys that I'm training, helping their careers. I was sparring. One of them punched me in my rib with a straight right hand. Boom, right here. Dude, it was the most painful shot I taken. My rib come out, right? My rib come out. I'm in pain, Shannon. I can't get off my couch. I'm just like, oh. Every time I get off my couch, I'm rolling to my knees to then push up because I can't squeeze my core.
Right.
Every time I squeeze my core, it hurts. Man, I go take a nap. I'm just sleeping, I guess, and because I'm sleeping rolling. I sleep, I roll over the top of it, pop it back in place. But I'm like, I couldn't do this every day like I used to. I always had separated ribs or black eyes, and I just couldn't do that anymore. This life is too comfortable, what I do now.
Right. You make good living. You don't need to go punch, kick.
I don't want to fight no more, man. Plus, come on, go put some pads on. Go tackle somebody.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You want to ask me?
Two artificial heels, bone on bone, I'm good.
The pain is too great. I think that's what people take for granted. Like how great the pain is that we endure to do what we did.
Right.
It sucks.
I mean, before I got my hips replaced, DC, I just thought the pain that I was in was normal because I had dealt with it for so long.
Yeah.
And you like, okay, this is my new normal. And then the doctor says, no, you don't have to live like that.
How much better does it feel?
1,000.
Really?
I mean, there was no position that I could get in that was comfortable. If I laid down, it hurt. If I stood, if it hurt. It walked, it hurt. Sitting hurt. Standing too long, it hurt. There was no position in which my body didn't hurt, my hips didn't hurt.
That's bad. I don't have that. Thank God I don't have that.
Yeah.
Because that shit seems so big.
It is. What about Conor McGregor at the White House?
Okay, shit. Man, it's over, bro.
It's over for him?
It's over, dog. This dude, Conor McGregor, he is tripping. Conor McGregor's tripping.
He made too much money, huh?
He made way too much. He went from plumbing to making, he sold that liquor for what, 500 million?
Yeah.
It's too much.
Right. He got 100 million for fighting Floyd.
Got 100 million for fighting Floyd. Then he was doing pay-per-views like nothing.
Yeah.
And him and Khabib did 2.5 million pay-per-views. These dudes, he made too much money. Conor says he wants to fight all the time. And everybody they jump to it. But it's like, he wants to stay relevant.
Right.
He wants to stay in the news. He wants the notoriety of being Conor McGregor without having to be Conor McGregor.
Right.
And that kind of sucks because when he was the man, I bet you tapped in.
Oh,
I
yeah,
bet
for
you
sure.
tapped into the UFC more than ever.
Because he could sell a fight.
He could sell a fight.
He could sell it. But
him and Khabib was the best.
Did you think he was just one-dimensional and that's why?
No, he was good. He was very good.
But when they got him on the ground, DC, he couldn't get up.
They couldn't get him on the ground.
Yeah, they did.
Khabib got him on the ground. That Khabib was a different person, though. Like,
him and Khabib really didn't like each other.
Oh.
Sometimes you're like, oh, we just selling the fight, but it seemed that it was a little more to it. Like Khabib sincerely and genuinely did not like Conor.
He won't say his name still today. He still does not say his name.
Because of what he said about his religion and about his dad.
He still won't say his name. Last week he did an interview in New York. He says, this guy, he'll never say his name. He hates him. Dude, they're in the octagon and Conor goes, he whispers after the third round, after Khabib's, it's just business. Khabib goes, no, it ain't. No, it ain't. You don't mess with them dudes, man. Them Russian dudes different.
And then when he had him, the ref had to do a little bit extra. DC, you saw that, DC.
He wasn't gonna let him go.
He wasn't gonna let him go.
He was gonna put him to sleep, Shannon. He was holding him and he said, I kicked your ass. I kicked your ass. And he kind of was like, then he jumped over the fence.
Yes.
And tried to beat his team. I was like, whoa. But dude, he had him. He was not going to let him go because he felt his family got so disrespected by this dude that he wanted to end them. And honestly, sometimes you bite off more than you can chew.
Yeah.
Because Conor got beat bad that night.
He did.
He got beat bad.
I mean, but here's the thing that shocked a lot of people.
Conor made Khabib. He really did make Khabib a bigger star.
Yeah.
Like we talked about.
Right.
Me and Jones. Khabib went from I think he had 2 or 3 million followers on Instagram. The next morning, 10 million.
Wow.
After that fight and all that happened. 10 million. Crazy. 7 million a night? That's a big jump.
You think Khabib would come out of retirement?
Khabib told me, we did a thing a while back where Khabib said they offered him $40 million to fight. He said no. He ain't coming back. If they offered him $40 million and he hasn't come back yet, he ain't coming back.
No.
No. He in Dagestan.
Well,
I bet in Dagestan you can make $1 million and be good for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Right? In that place.
Well, if they offered Khabib $40 million, what did they offer John Jones to fight Aspinall?
I think they offered, John said he wanted 30. And I think they got the money. They got 30 for him, and he said no. They got 30 for him, and he said, hey, let me tell you something. I just told you, I'm barbecue meat. 30?
All of a sudden, you don't hurt
30? Shit. I might test positive after it's over.
What is it about Dagestan that the guys they can wrestle? Now, look, I've seen somebody follow somebody like those wrestlers.
Yeah.
They really, I'm talking about those guys that go to the Olympics.
Yeah.
That's a whole different level of wrestling.
Yeah, them dudes.
How did they get so good?
So over there, they put them in wrestling. They put them in both styles. Then at like 5, 6 years old, they identify like where a kid's gonna be better, and that's all they do. All the way up through school. Khabib and Islam started doing Sambo when they were super young, together, right, with his dad. So their whole life they did combat Sambo. Combat Sambo was actually like gi tops, punching, grappling. Like they were essentially doing MMA as like kids,
right?
And then just keep getting better. I think for my son, right, to have the mentality that I have or had, it's impossible. His life's too comfortable.
Yeah, okay.
His life's too comfortable. You and your brother and your children, they can't even make themselves think like you did growing up where you grew up and how you grew up.
Right.
So it's like they all live like that. Because while Khabib, I want to see Khabib's son and then the next Islam's son. Then we could see how it does over there. Because for them, it was the way to live.
Right.
And change all of their
Everybody's lives, yeah.
Just like us.
Yes.
Right? It's like, we're almost like desperate.
Right.
So when my kid's like playing football and he's like, I want to do this and I want to do this, I go, well, you got to be at every practice. You got to go with your individual coach. Like you got to go on Sunday whenever you go do all your speed and agility.
Right.
You have to get up early in the morning to lift weights. I go, because while you are living where you live and how you live, there's a kid like me that's doing the same thing, but without the fallback of what my dad did to make sure that I'm okay when all this is done.
Right.
So I don't know that we can, how does Christian McCaffrey develop the mentality that his father had, unless his father came with a whole promote. You know Ed, maybe he had a whole bunch of money. But I don't know, how does he develop that mentality?
I'm a firm believer when I look at the Mannings.
Yep, them.
Archie Manning and his Peyton and Eli.
They just teach him.
Yeah. I mean, it's something special for your dad to have and says, nah, I want to get it. See, I still have a healthy respect for Bronny.
Yes.
Because he's still, the likelihood of you having a historically or a transcendent great parent and then the child be equally as transcendent and great, it's just not going to happen.
No.
If Ken Griffey Sr. was a good baseball player, but he wasn't Junior.
No, he wasn't.
Bobby Bonds was an unbelievable player. He wasn't Barry.
Nope.
And so to ask, Kareem had son, Magic got son, to ask their sons, their prodigy, to be just what your dad, it ain't happening.
So for the dad, for Ken Griffey Jr. and Barry, their dads were good.
Yes. They just weren't them.
They weren't them. So the second one was better.
Yes.
But to ask the next one to be better than the one that's the greatest?
Just imagine Barry Bonds' son being Barry Bonds or better.
No. It's like Vladimir Guerrero.
Yeah.
He was really good.
Yeah.
But his son now is with the same name.
Yes.
With the same name, better than his dad. That's crazy. So for him to have another one that does that will be very hard.
Right.
But where's Peyton's son? Where's Eli's son?
Yeah.
Peyton said his son went to his camp a couple weeks ago. I saw that.
Yes.
But is he?
It's gonna be. Very, I mean, come on.
It's
bro.
gonna be hard.
Yes.
Now,
Tom has a son.
Yep.
But here's the thing.
But Arch is good, but it's the other son.
Yeah,
it's the other son.
Right.
Yep.
So just imagine Tom Brady's son, Benjamin, being as good as Tom. God ain't finna bless you like that, bro. I'm sorry. He ain't finna bless you like that.
I don't think so, man. It's hard.
Yes.
But but even for LeBron James Jr.
Yes.
LeBron James Jr.
Yes.
To be in the NBA, it's nuts. And then to have another one that's supposed to be even better than the other one.
Yes. But to expect him, and I think the thing is,
LeBron's done everything right.
Yes. But to expect a child to be LeBron or Kareem's son to be him or Magic's son to be him, come on, bro. That's not happen.
LeBron James Jr., if he can stay in the league for 10 years, that to me would be astounding. And he will. He will.
Yes.
But to be in there 10 years after what your dad did, with all that pressure, from the moment he picked up a basketball, there was pressure on him.
Because the expectation you got to be, because everybody know who your dad is.
My son would wrestle, and I would see people, my kid just beat DC's son. I'm like, but it's
that
my
ain't DC.
Son. It's not. You didn't beat me, right? I just beat DC's boy.
I had Kim Griffith Jr. on, and when his son Trey was coming up, he played baseball, and the people in the stand would say, he ain't his dad. And his dad would say, name 5 people who are.
Ooh. Ooh, I like that. So what would they say then?
They couldn't say anything. I mean, guy wasn't, he was an MVP. He
did everything.
Yes,
And
he's one of the greatest. He's one of the greatest players. I mean, the sweetest swing ever. 600 home. Come on.
He ain't gonna be him.
No, it's okay. But the kid has to accept that.
Yes.
That is okay. And a lot of people, we were having a conversation about my brother. I embraced it. See, I never lived in the shadow. I embraced it. Every number he had, I got the exact same number. Wow. He was 3 in high school. I was 3 in high school. He was 2 in college. I was 2 in college. 84. He was 84. Yep. I was 84. Every card that he had, I got. So I never looked at it like, and when people told me, man, you're not going to be like your brother, I'm like, watch.
Watch me.
Watch.
But not many people have that.
Yeah, they
not many people have that dog in them like that. Like there's a dog about that mentality that most people don't have.
Yes.
Especially a kid that wakes up and he's sleeping in a beautiful home with everything he'd ever want in his life. Like, it's hard for that kid to go.
Yeah.
My kid gets up in the morning at 6:30, 3 days a week, and he lifts weights.
Right.
My kid does wrestling practice at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Then he goes to football practice at 5:30 in the afternoon. He does that 4 days a week. Then on Sundays, he meets with his private coach to do football training.
Right.
Where he does speed and agility.
Right.
He catches passes. He goes through his coverages and his reads.
Right.
For me, that's my son going, Dad, I want to try to do something great. I said, Pop, if it works, awesome. If it doesn't, you gave yourself a chance.
That's it.
You took advantage of every opportunity you had, everything that we have accrued, you used to try to better yourself.
Right.
If it works, great. If it doesn't, you never skipped out on the work.
Right.
That's all I care about.
Right.
And I'm fine with that. And maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But he's given himself a chance, even though he doesn't have to.
Right.
That's what I love.
Good. Let me ask you this. How did you and Khabib become such great fans?
That's my boy right there, man. He walked into the gym. By himself. King Mo Lawal brought him from New Jersey. He wanted to come and train with all the wrestlers. Barely spoke a lick of English. Walked in the gym, stayed at a Extended Stay America, right up the street from AKA, and he would walk back and forth by himself from the hotel to the practice. And on his first day, I was like, oh, a little Russian kid, because I spent a lot of time there when I was wrestling. We started kind of talking a little bit, and it grew. And then I just understand how much of he's like a really good human being. He's a good person, real strong values, and he's the best. I think he's the best fighter ever.
Really?
I do. Yeah, I do. I saw a kid that came in there with limited striking. He told you exactly what he was going to do every single time, and he did it. He was beating Michael Johnson up one time, telling him, brother, you know I deserve a title fight.
Right.
You need to give up. Like, That's how dominant
And
he
he
was.
sat in the pocket with Conor and knocked Conor down.
Knocked him down. After Conor had boxed Floyd Mayweather for 9 rounds, he stood with him and knocked him down. Yeah, I think he's the best, man. I think he just stands for something so much bigger than just fighting. And I think he obviously elevates the people around him, which is very important. But he also is he's like a guiding light for a lot of people that follow him.
Right.
And he does things the right way.
Right. There's this viral clip going around that he refuses to shake this lady's hand out of respect for his wife.
Yep. And for his religion.
His religion.
And if you know his religion, that's the way it is.
That's the way it is.
Right? But not many men are willing to do that, especially in that moment.
Right.
Right? Kate Scott. Kate Scott. She's a great analyst.
Yes.
But I think the reason it got so odd was because that kid reacted the way that he did. There was a YouTube kid that was up there with him. And he kind of was like, oh my God, like speed. I show speed.
Yeah.
And the way he acted was like, because he shook everyone's hand. But then he just politely said, and then I'm pretty sure he explained it to her afterwards.
Yes.
And then, but again, it's live TV, right? Things happen. But that's respect to his wife, and then honestly, respect to Kate. It's actually a respectful gesture to the person.
Right.
You're refusing to shake hands because he, as a married man, should not shake the hand of another woman.
Wow. What separates Russian fighters from American fighters?
I don't think that is much more to it than just that need to change their lives.
Yeah.
Right? Their need. I mean, even in I'm not talking homeless. Like, I'm not talking like transient people that are living on the street. But even our upbringing, even mine, where I lived in small house after small house when I was younger.
Yeah.
Then my parents did all they could to move us into a big house, to where they bought their first house for $10,000. It wasn't a great house, but it was theirs. That's still better than what they have over there. They're like, it's all concrete, just concrete stuff. So yeah, it's like, I think it's just that mentality of need to get better that allows for those guys to kind of just elevate themselves a little more. Because even my upbringing, and I thought that I had it tough, was better than what they have there. And you know what people are willing to do to change their lives.
For sure.
Yeah.
You and Conor went back and forth on social media, but you said it's over for Conor. I mean, the money that he made from Floyd, the money that he's made off his alcohol, the money that he's making now, to go back into, I mean, you're worth $300 million. To go in there and it's like, you know what? I want to get kicked in my face, hit in my face, elbowed in my face. Need.
Yeah, there's no need there.
Yeah.
He doesn't need that. He doesn't need this anymore. Marvin Hagler said it's hard to get up in the morning when you're sleeping on satin sheets, right?
Yes.
Way back in the day.
Yes.
There are a few sayings in the world that are untrue.
Yeah.
That was.
Right.
Like, you know that one where it's like, to be the champion, you got to defend the belt?
Yeah.
That's bullshit. Ric Flair started that.
To beat a man, you got to beat the man.
Yeah, Ric Flair started that, man. That's
I'll beat the man that beat the man and be just as happy.
Give me one belt. The moment they put that belt on you, you're the champion.
Right.
But fighters have actually believed that. Conor, it's and he's one of the biggest superstars in the world.
Right.
He can't walk into any room without everybody knowing who he is.
Right.
So the access he has, how's he gonna look past all of that to go into a training camp to fight?
Right.
Especially if he wants to do it right.
Francis Ngannou,
Yes.
he was in the UFC, he left. It seems to be there's some speculation that he might be wanting to come back. There was this talk about Francis fighting John.
Yep.
Would you like to see that fight?
I would have. I would have.
Not now.
I would now still. Back then I wanted to because Francis in his last fight against Cyril, his wrestling looked better. But I do believe that if he fought John, that's a more serviceable fight for John because John can wrestle, man.
Yes.
And he probably would just take Francis down.
Yeah, you don't want to stand toe-to-toe with it.
No, and dude, you remember when he would elbow people in the back in the day? Like, I think Francis would have to knock him out. But Francis could knock people out, man. I've never seen anybody hit harder than Francis Ngannou.
Yeah, he got power.
He's got the most power I've ever seen in my life. He be knocking dudes out. He hit Alistair Overeem in his head The back of his head touched between his shoulders. He hit him with an uppercut. The back of his head touched between his shoulders as he was falling down. I've never seen anything like it.
But Francis boxed because, okay, he Tyson Fury, and it gave him some confidence, and then he ended up fighting Anthony Joshua. He got knocked out, but he made some money. I mean,
Yep. He's the only one that's actually done that, and it worked out because he was the heavyweight champ.
right.
And Shannon, he looks like the heavyweight champ.
Yeah.
When he became the champ, and I was like, okay, look at him. Now you look like you're looking at the baddest man on the planet.
Yes, absolutely.
You're looking like this dude, Francis Ngannou, looks like he can walk into any place and you go, well, that's a dude I'm not trying to take.
I ain't messing with him.
And he had it. So when he moved over, it worked. He was the heavyweight champ.
Yeah.
But shit, he dropped Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
Remember he knocked him out? I thought it was over.
Yeah.
Man, I exploded out of my chair. But then Anthony Joshua beat him bad.
Right.
And you saw when Joshua dropped him, the difference in a boxer and a guy that, because Francis was like this, he needed to grab him. Then he got flatlined.
And the thing is that boxers understand how to feint.
Yep.
And
When he gave him that feint, Francis went, boom. I was like, oh my God.
yeah. And a boxer throwing a punch, and the MMA, look, I understand that, they both hit hard, but boxers, it's just something about that punch and where it's coming from. I mean, it's...
Shannon, I went train one time in Oakland when I first started, boxing gym. They hit you with a jab, and it's like, what the hell was that? Because they know how to punch.
Yeah.
And they sit on everything.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. It's not jab, jab, touch to try to take you down.
Yeah.
I'm just mad in there, getting my ass whooped. I'm like, yo, I can beat everybody up in here. I'll start wrestling every one of you fools. They were like, pissed off. Because them dudes just putting it on you. They just putting it on you. Because there's nothing you can do.
Why did you fight Brock Lesnar?
The WWE got him. The WWE took him back. That was my golden goose, man. We had that moment in the ring. I pushed him. He pushed me. WWE paid him back. They were paying Brock like $6-7 million a year, maybe 10.
Right.
You telling me, Brock, you can go fight DC and lose, or you can come back.
Who say you gonna lose?
I'm beating Brock Lesnar, man. I was beating Brock.
That was a big dude, man.
Don't
6'4".
matter. Don't matter, dog. Shay, I was beating Brock Lesnar. It was one of the safest fights I could have had. I'm telling you, dog. That's the truth. It's just the truth. I like Brock too.
Yeah.
He's a great guy, but I watched what Kane did to him. I watched how he would react to getting punched.
Right.
And I was gonna punch him. He would have to take me down.
Right.
To win the fight, and I can wrestle.
Yeah, but he's not a wrestler. I mean, he was a wrestler.
Yeah, he was.
But
if he shoots on me, I'm gonna make it so hard for him to get that takedown that by the time he gets it,
yeah,
he's
out of
exhausted.
gas.
Now I'm up to my feet, and then you're done. That's what happened with Kane.
Yeah.
He took Kane down. Kane got up, started kneeing him in his face. I saw Brock recently. He still has that scar under his eye.
Really?
From when Kane kneed him in the face. Yep. Still got that big scar under his eye.
Damn.
It's crazy. MMA is crazy.
Is it true you got a scholarship to LSU?
I got like offers
Yeah.
back then, but I had bad grades and I just was not going to college to play football.
Right.
It was hard for me in the school that I was in to, first off, there's way too much pressure on football down there in Louisiana.
Yeah,
It's
for sure.
bad.
Yeah.
And we weren't very good.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I was the all-state MVP defensively. I was pretty much Mr. Everything in football because I was a good little linebacker.
Right.
But I was small.
Right.
And they were talking about me playing cornerback or strong
Right.
safety. I was like, how am I supposed to trade? How much chase Randy Moss? I'm an idiot though. So like, I'm not smart.
Right.
I didn't really know the difference between strong safety is more like a linebacker.
Yes. Yeah.
But
down
I
in the
was
box.
thinking, I'm gonna be chasing dudes like Randy Moss because
Right.
he was graduating the same year. I was like, there's no way.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna just go wrestle, man. I'm good. I did. I got an offer to go play football.
You was in Herschel Walker's corner.
Yes.
MMA.
Yes.
Could Herschel have made a career out of that? Or he did what he was supposed to do, have one fight and move it along?
Shannon, I gotta tell you, man. Was he really the great? He was one of the greatest athletes, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Shannon, this man was so strong. But I don't think I've ever seen anybody like he was very stiff.
Yeah. He had no flexibility.
Oh, he was even in football?
Yeah, he was stiff. Yeah.
Bro, he was so stiff. But when he hit you, And then Shay, he would like move his feet. He would move his feet, but they never left the ground. They never left the ground. Bro, Herschel would be walking towards you like this. So when this man would hit you, sometimes he shock you. You know how you rub your feet?
Yeah.
Sometimes Herschel's shocking dudes. Hey, and then we were in the back. I swear to God, it was the most. Herschel Walker is a different individual. Mm-hmm. Herschel Walker has had some stuff in his life where it's like his anger.
Yeah.
But if you meet him, you've met him for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
He is the nicest person. Mm-hmm. We were all broke back in the day. Herschel was staying at the Intercontinental, or what's the name of that hotel? Downtown San Jose? No, but it was called something else before. It was a nice one, but Herschel owned a chicken company. You know Herschel owns that chicken company?
Yeah.
One of the biggest ones in the country.
Yes, he does.
But because of that, they serviced that restaurant down there. So Herschel got free rooms at this beautiful hotel downtown San Jose. He would feed us all. But he wouldn't eat. He would eat one time a day, bro. He would eat soup and bread and some eggs. So I'm like, yo, this is the nicest guy ever. Multi-millionaire, rich, nice, football Hall of Famer. We got at the ring or in the hallway to walk, and bro, something flipped on him. I said, this dude is dark. I was like, this is a dark son of a gun, bro. He started talking to himself, talking about, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. They don't do shit. Talking about killing this dude.
Wow.
To get himself there.
Right.
He went there. I was like, yo, I've heard people like talk to themselves to hype themselves up. Herschel was on a whole nother level. It was the most intense thing I've ever seen in my life. And he went out there and he won.
Wow.
He was over 40.
Yeah.
He was over 40, retired from football for many, many years. Mm-hmm. Went in there, did his thing, and won a fight in Strike Force, which at the time was the second biggest organization of all time. But bro, to see him go to that place, Shannon?
Yeah.
You'd be like, yo, this dude is crazy. I look back at the other dudes, I was like, are y'all seeing this? Everybody acting normal. Herschel talking about killing motherfuckers. Herschel talking about killing people.
Did you ever think about doing WWE?
So I thought about it right after I was wrestling. But then it's hard. People talk about that stuff being fake. Hey, man, it's scripted.
Yeah, but it
ain't fake.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Yeah. Oh, those falls hurt. You fall.
Because you got to throw your arms back.
Yeah.
So every time it's like slapping against the ring.
Yeah.
Or when you run the ropes, those ropes, they burn you. Like it's hard, man. And that's why you see them all break down like that.
Yeah.
Like they're all like messed up. Like their knees don't work. They're like football players than us. Y'all got it hard.
Yeah.
Football's hard, man. The wear and tear on the body is crazy. And so is MMA. And wrestling, I'm one of the lucky ones. I feel like I got out pretty clean.
Right. Derek Lewis.
Yeah, back beast.
Bro. He coming there to do one thing. You already know he ain't trying to take you down. He ain't trying to kick you. He ain't trying to knee you.
Yep.
He ain't trying to elbow you.
Trying to knock you out.
He tried to knock you out.
The knockout kick.
That's it.
He got more knockouts than anybody in the history of the UFC. He hits hard. I fought him. He hits hard. When he hit me, I was holding his leg up.
Yeah.
And he just kind of went like this, and it skimmed down my eye. Next day, I woke up with a big old black eye.
Wow.
He kicked me. I had knots all in my forearms. He was tough. But he knocks these dudes out, man. He knows exactly. Hey, yo, did you see him a couple weeks ago? Mm-hmm. Did you see his poor wife in there, man? Did you? Did you see her?
He talking about the ground.
No, did you see his wife? She was in there so embarrassed. The camera pans to her.
Yeah.
I'm in there interviewing this man. I'm like, this dude, Derek, about to say some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And I go, who do you want to fight next? Like, what do you want next? He looks over at his wife like, there's gonna be a lot of ground and pound going. I was like, boy. And then she got to stand there and try to stay composed, knowing that Derek's out of his mind.
But you were the first man to submit him.
I did, yeah. He couldn't wrestle. Right. It was why I fought him. They called me 3 weeks before the fight to fight him.
Right.
And
you like, sure.
Yeah.
Easy money.
Yeah, I knew he couldn't wrestle, so I knew.
And his cardio.
And if I can extend him, he would get tired.
Right.
But yeah, just if you couldn't wrestle like I was fighting you.
Yeah, but you got to get. I mean, you got to get past those 3 rounds because you let him get you in the first round.
He hit you, gonna knock you out.
Yeah,
But I just shot on him right away.
Right.
Right, because he was so inexperienced with his wrestling that I like backed him up and just grabbed his leg.
Right.
That's one thing I learned fighting the heavier guys.
Yeah.
They don't balance well on their feet.
Right.
So I would just kind of move them around until they fell down.
Wow. Learn something new. Who's the hardest puncher? What's the hardest punch you've taken? Who hit you the hardest?
Probably Dan Henderson. That little dude, he was made of concrete.
Damn.
Hendo. He hit so hard. He hit me. He was on his back, and he hit me, and he knocked out one of my bottom teeth. I had to go to like an emergency dentist.
Damn.
On Labor Day, on Memorial Day,
Right.
after he hit me from the bottom. He hit hard. Even from in close, he would just, and it was just crazy.
Obviously, there are things that you can't do, but are there dirty things that you're not supposed to eye gouge somebody,
Yeah.
and you're not, obviously you can't bite or you can't do certain things, but is there certain things that guys do that the ref can't see?
I always had a trick where when I would get on top of them, I would always cover their mouth. I would literally try to smother them.
Damn, DC.
Yeah, I know, nasty.
Dirty.
Josh Barnett, that's not dirty. It's like I'm just trying to Josh Barnett would always kind of, if you let him go behind you, his hand was going yeah, them dudes, they try, do his life, they trying his life and death out there, Shannon. His life out there. I fought Josh Barnett. I was trying to take him down. He was elbowing me. Boom, boom. Cut me wide open here. First fight I'd ever had a black eye. He kneed me in the eye.
Right.
Cut my head open. When I was a kid, I was playing football with the older kids. One dude clotheslined me, broke my collarbone. Yeah, it was bad in the park. I walked to my mama's house because I'm trying to be tough, right?
Yeah.
I'm a young kid, I can't cry. As soon as I saw my mom, I fall on the ground. They put me in a cast, broken collarbone. I fought Josh Barnett. My mom passed in 2022. When I fought Josh Barnett, I had won my first big world title, Strikeforce. I was bloodied, man. My eye was open, everything. They put stitches for the first time. I walked into the hotel, and I'm good, taking pictures, everybody, oh, champ. The moment I saw my mama, I started crying like a baby, man. I felt I'm in her lap like a 7-year-old kid again. Please make me feel better.
Right.
That's how nasty he was in there, dude. He was elbowing me, he was grabbing me, he was doing everything he could to just inflict pain on me. He does that, Jones does that. Certain guys just, no matter where you are, they're just trying to hurt you.
Right.
And that's, yeah. But you gotta be so well-rounded to do this thing now.
Yeah.
If you aren't, you're screwed. Look at Ilya Taporia. He's a monster. He's a monster. He's one of the best fighters of all time, and he's only fought 8 times in the UFC.
Wow.
He's amazing. These guys are amazing.
What does it feel like to knock someone out? What does it feel like to get knocked out? Because and I know exactly what you're saying because I've been knocked out, and I can't remember anything. I don't remember driving to the stadium. I don't remember what I had to eat. I don't remember anything. I just remember looking up at the scoreboard and asking my teammate Rod Smith. I was like, we call him Foots. I say, Foots, how we get the lead? Because I don't
want to laugh.
No, but I'm like, how did we? Because I just remember we were losing before this happened, and now it's the 4th quarter, and I'm like, what happens if we win this game? He said, boom, we go to the Super Bowl. I was like, yeah, we go to the Super Bowl. But it's a funny feeling to get knocked out because you really don't remember anything.
Hey, my coach told me, that's just bad. I'm laughing because my coach told me, was that the last time you asked him? You probably asked him again.
No, I was like,
no, you probably asked him again.
I started jumping up and down the sideline. Like, yeah, we go to. Because we over at 14 with 3 minutes to go and we got the ball.
Hey,
so
bro, this dude, so I get knocked out, right?
That was John when he kicked you?
When John kicked me and he hit me with the follow-up shots, right? Only time I knocked out. I'm crying, right?
Yeah.
I go to my corner, I ask my coach, I said, what happened? He tells me. I break down crying, right?
Yeah.
Rogan interviews me. As we're walking out the octagon, I look to him and I go, hey, what happened? He tells me. I break down crying. He told me I did that 7 times. He had to keep explaining it to me. And then every time he explained it, I would have the exact same reaction. Like it was the first time I had heard that shit, man. That's bad. Yo, Shannon, that's bad. Wow. He said he told me 7 times. And then I'm in the ambulance because they're trying to get me in the ambulance. I'm refusing.
Right.
Finally, I get in the ambulance and I wake up. And I was present like nothing had happened. I was like, I lost. They're like, yeah.
Yeah.
You lost. I was like, God damn it. I swear to God, I woke up in the ambulance like and realized like I lost.
Did you not? Because obviously, so how did he set the head kick up?
It was beautiful. It was beautiful, man. It was beautiful. He kept body kicking me. Yeah. That's what he did in the first fight too. Yeah. And I kept checking. I kept blocking. But then in the second round, I was fighting good. First round, real good. Second round, real good. So now I'm feeling good because I feel great. My cardio's great.
Yeah.
Third round, but the whole time he's just kicking me in the body. Third time he tries to kick me in the head, and the third round was one of the first attempts, and I was like, nah.
Yeah.
Nah. But then he actually gave me one that looked like it was going to the body. And so I did this, and because you're supposed to lean.
Yeah.
Right? You're supposed to kind of lean to kind of take some of the impact off. Well, when I leaned, he was not going low. He was going high.
Caught you.
Boom, right on the side of the head. So then I started doing the chicken dance, right? Like, you know, when your legs
Yeah.
And this is why I can't stand this dude. Because somebody else that's not as good would have let me off the hook.
Right.
Because I was still there. And again, that's me. Football, neck, big neck, you know, short neck.
Yeah.
Most people just fall down from a head kick like that. I was still there. So I'm like doing this thing, running away from him. Yo, he kicks my leg to spin me.
Yes, I remember.
So he kicks my
Kick your leg out from.
Yeah, and so I spin.
Yeah.
It's like that shit you put the kids where they go circle,
they get drunk.
Then you don't know where you're at.
Right.
When I did that, I fell. And that was it. I could not, my body was gone.
Right.
But like if I was on my feet, I might have been able to grab him. I might have been able to hold him. I might have shot. I would have done something. But because he's such a great finisher, he kicks my leg out from under me. So then I spin. And when I spin, I'm like seeing all these lights, and all of a sudden your body starts falling. It was like a kid trying to hit a piñata. It was crazy, man. Then I fall on my stomach. Of all times in my world to fall on my stomach, like fall on your back to where you could see him coming, maybe get my feet up to try to block him.
Right.
But instead I fell on my stomach. And then he jumped on me and started finishing. And I know this from watching it.
Right. So you watch when you lost that fight, you watched it over.
Not for a long time. I didn't watch the fight. But it's on highlights and stuff.
Yeah.
The UFC don't shield us from if you lost, you're gonna see yourself getting beat at some point.
Right.
That's why when him and Stipe fought, it was the worst. The whole week I'm just out there. I was like, damn, did I ever win a fight? I'm just getting beat the whole time.
Right.
It was terrible.
I mean, you like you said, I mean, his toolbox.
Yeah.
The way he can finish a fight with an elbow, he can submit you.
He elbowed me bad.
And then that spinning
back kick,
he caught Stipe perfect.
Poor Stipe, man.
And he doesn't telegraph it.
Well, the heavyweights are boxing or wrestling. They're not doing all that.
Right.
You could tell right away when he needs Stipe was like, what is this?
Yeah. What?
They're kneeing now? Normally a guy's trying to either take me out or box with me. Maybe a couple leg kicks here and there. John was hitting him with all kinds of stuff. John hit him with knees, elbows, spinning kicks. When he hit him with that spinning kick, Stipe, you could tell, Stipe looked like a guy that hadn't fought for 3.5 years and was 42. He looked and he just turned on him. I was like, oh, John got him. But he is very good at setting everything up. That's why he didn't have to cheat. He did not have to cheat. That's where my biggest issue is. Like, you don't need to cheat. You got all that. Keep that, use what you have. And he gonna always get mad at me. He gonna be on me now if it is. Oh, I live. The other day he said he lived rent-free in my house, in my brain or something like that. I'm like, man, shut up. I don't care about you.
Obviously you were there. When Anderson Silva, was that Rockhold or was that what?
Chael Sonnen.
No, when he checked him. When Anderson,
that was Chris Weidman.
Weidman. Had you ever seen that before? Because it happened again. So another fighter got checked.
Hey, Chris Weidman checked Anderson's, broke his leg.
Yeah.
Then Chris Weidman kicked somebody else and
with
he broke his leg. Yeah. Weidman kicked a guy named Uriah Hall, broke his leg. So the same thing that happened to Anderson, Chris did to himself. I can't watch it. Did you watch it?
I watched it.
Can you actually watch the? I can't. It looked like his leg.
Yeah, it like broke half. Yeah.
You watched it. I can't watch it. Even next to the octagon.
But I watched it. I was watching it live at the time.
But all those replays, I was like, Joe, how'd it look?
Because when you see it, you're like, damn, that look. And then you try to, you try to try to balance yourself, and you just, I'm like, damn.
Looked like his leg broke.
Yes.
Dude, I had to ask Rogan and Anik. I'm like, did it break? Did it break? Did it break? They're like, oh, it broke. It was like, do not watch it. I was gonna throw up.
I mean, because you guys know how to check, because it's called, you check,
you check the kick. Yeah, you either lean into it or you pick your knee up.
Right.
And what they were doing were kicking on the inside. That's why when you kick on the inside, they just turn their knee in.
Right.
And if you kick too hard, man, you break your leg. That's why I don't kick too much. Hey, that's why I was out there boxing just like everybody else.
What's the worst injury you sustained in a fight?
In a fight, just more damage, like facial stuff,
right.
like black eye,
right.
cut face. I never got hurt really bad in fights, but in training, ribs, torn ACL, ribs. I tore some sort of this ligament in my shin one time kicking. Broken hand. Like I couldn't punch. I didn't know how to punch. Like, remember they used to have this idea that Floyd had like frail hands?
Yes.
That was me. Like, I broke my hand 5 times when I started fighting.
Wow.
Every time I would land right, I would break my hand. So then I have a doctor, Carl Stidham. He did a great job with my with this, and it never broke again. He put a plate with like 8 screws because it just kept breaking. But when knocking someone out, you don't feel nothing. You literally don't feel anything. If you knock them out with a punch,
yeah,
it's like sometimes you feel, and it's like that loud impact.
Yeah.
When you land the right way, sometimes it's like you don't even punch them. It's like you go right through them.
But you know it.
Well, they fall. They fall. When I hit Stipe with that one that put him down to become the double champ, I had thrown that punch so many times, and it just so happened to hit him, and he went down. I didn't even feel nothing.
Yeah, like when Usman caught the dude
George Masvidal.
Yeah, Jose Masvidal. Yeah, when he caught him with
his chin went all the way.
I was like, oh my goodness.
Masvidal was mad at me one time because I was on NFL Live, and I said when you
called the mug.
Yeah, I put him in the concussion protocol, dog. He got to go in the tent because his chin went all the way back there.
Yeah.
He went down bad. Kamaru punched through him and he just crumbled.
Yeah.
That was nasty.
Kamaru looked good coming back. Let me ask you this. When you saw Anderson Silva, he could box a little bit, but he fought Jake Paul.
See, I have a problem with all that. I don't know how y'all feel. I don't know how you guys feel about the Jake Paul Anderson, the Jake Paul
I was wanting to
Mike
see him
Tyson.
fight boxers. Boxers that's his age.
Yes.
I don't think that's asking too much.
No, Mike Tyson.
Yeah, Mike Tyson's what,
He
60?
beat up on Mike. Mike's 60, man.
Right.
Mike did make like 27 mil, so I get it.
Yeah.
But 60 years old.
Right.
I want Jake Paul to fight guys that.
He said he wants to fight Canelo.
Canelo fights 154 or 160. That's one of his best weights.
Right.
He'll fight heavier.
Right.
He fought the guy at 175.
Yeah.
And got beat.
Bogle. Yeah.
Bivol, yeah, but like it's like fight. Jake weighs 200, 210, 215.
Yeah, but I mean, so that means he'd be a heavyweight.
He's like a heavyweight.
And he's talking about he says he wants to fight Anthony Joshua.
If he fights Anthony Joshua, everybody's wish and dream of him getting finished will come to fruition.
But I think the thing is
he's better now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, he takes it serious.
He can fight.
You can appreciate that. You can tell that he spends time in the gym. You tell that he has serious coaches, and he's taking this craft serious. He ain't just getting in there, and people are like, oh, he's just.
He's a YouTuber. No, he ain't.
No,
he's a boxer.
No.
So, Jake Paul's a millionaire.
Yeah.
Jake Paul's not training at the local YMCA.
No.
He's got real coaches on salary.
He got real coaches.
He's got high-level coaches.
Yes.
And he lives to box now.
Yes.
He's been boxing seriously now, so he should be able to compete.
Yes.
He's a boxer. He's not that same kid. That's why I keep telling those MMA guys. Every time they tell me, I got a chance to fight Jake Paul. I'm like, man, don't do it because
he boxed. That's what he does.
he's a boxer. You don't know how to box.
No.
Like my friend Ben Askren.
Yeah.
Ben went and fought him. Ben should have never fought him.
Yeah, no.
Because he was going to get... Ben never could wrestle. He could never box.
No.
He's a wrestler. Tyron Woodley. I was so sad when Tyron Woodley kept losing to him. I love T. Wood, man. And I was like, T. Wood, like...
Well, you don't see the butt that look. You don't see them punches, bro. That's not what
That's
you
not
do.
what we do. I can't box these guys.
No.
Jake Paul tried to mess with me for a while until I went up to him in Orlando. I said, I don't play like these kids. I said, stop playing with me. His bodyguard said, oh. I said, I'm going to slap you too. I said, I don't play like that, man. Don't leave me alone. I swear to God. I was at the commentary desk, Shan.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there. He in the back making faces at me. I took my headset off. I put it down. I got up, walked right to where he was in the stands. I point right in his face. I said, man, I don't play. Leave me alone. I said, I'm not the children that you messing around with. I'm not going to play with you. Leave me alone. His bodyguard, yeah, I ain't going to do nothing. I said, I'm going to slap the shit out of you, too. Both of y'all can get it. The UFC security can't get me.
Yeah.
Because you know, man, come on, we grown ups, man.
Right.
We don't, like, I'm not playing
Everybody
all
don't
that.
play like that.
No, man, leave me alone. Unless you really want to fight. John Jones, I respect because he fights me.
Right.
But leave me alone. I'm not playing those childish games.
Right.
Yeah, leave me alone.
Do you think you see the guys in MMA going to fight, going to box?
For the money.
For the money.
They do it for the money. Look, man.
Can you blame them, though?
No. There's only a select few people that make the big money in the UFC.
Correct.
It's the God honest truth. I mean, champions make money.
Yes.
Lorenzo Fertitta was the best. When Lorenzo Fertitta was there, he would do these discretionary bonuses.
Yeah.
Where they would just give you money.
Right.
He had an idea of what he wanted a champion to make, and he would make sure you got it.
Right.
So when I fought John Jones, my contract was $85,000. I lost the first time. On Monday, Dana called me and goes, you did a great job. We're going to send you a check for $1 million.
What?
Swear to God.
85, and then you got...
He gave me $1 million. They gave me $1 million.
Wow.
A check for first time ever made that, obviously, as a wrestler. It was the first time I'd ever made 7 figures. They called me and said, you did a great job. Here you go. Then I fought again a few months later, and I had got a new contract.
Right.
And it might have been $300,000. And then we sold a few 100,000 pay-per-views, and they called me and said, hey, we're going to give you X amount of dollars to get you back to $1 million. Wow. They would do that, man. They were like, because that's what people don't understand. Like, I know they talk, well, these guys are underpaid, but it's like, when you become a champion and then you're benefiting the business,
Right.
they take care of you.
Yeah.
But even the lowest boxers make are so low, bro.
Yeah.
Like the
that
lower
makes
levels,
it makes it seem like everybody making Floyd Mayweather
no,
money.
They not.
And they're not.
They are not all making
They're
that
not,
money, bro.
no.
They're making $1,000.
Right. I mean, they make good look. But like you said.
But the good guys will make good money.
Yeah.
What does a guy make that? So Tank and all them dudes are getting paid right now. They're in the millions.
Yeah.
But they're the equivalent of the Ilya Taporias.
Right.
And the Israel Adesanyas.
Yes.
They're those guys.
Right.
But as you go down the card and you go down the pay scale,
Yeah.
I bet it's all pretty equivalent or very equal.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, people talk like all boxers make money. They don't.
You work for the company now
Yes, I do.
in the commentary. But how's it negotiating with Dana as a fighter? Or did you negotiate
I have
with
managers.
him? You have managers.
I have managers. But I was always really good about that.
Mm-hmm.
I would stand on what I believed. You know, one time he was like, that didn't happen. I was like, but it did, boss. I was like, of course it did, boss. I said, we were negotiating my contract when I first came over, and I wanted like a certain amount of money. Didn't want to do it. Dana was like kind of throwing a fit. Lorenzo goes, it's fine, we'll figure it out. And by the time I got to the airport, it was figured out.
Right.
Right? And he was like, that didn't happen. I was like, it did. I was like, it's not a big deal because I understand you have to protect your business.
Right.
And I have to protect myself as a business because I have
Correct.
a small window to happen. But then when I was retiring, right, Hunter Campbell, who now does a lot of the stuff with the guys, he calls my manager and he goes, so guys, what do you think? Same as he made as champ plus pay-per-view? I'm like, yeah. Even though I wasn't a champ, they
Right.
still gave me the same pay I made as the champion and the pay-per-view. So it's like, I I have nothing negative to say because I've had all great experience.
You've had great experience with it.
The worst experience I had was that.
Right.
When he said, I don't want to give you that. And I was like, well, okay, then I'll just fight. And then I won't have a contract.
Right.
And then we can negotiate after that. And they're like, we ain't doing that. We ain't gonna let you get to Francis.
Right.
We ain't letting you get to undefeated heavyweight or light heavyweight with no contract where other people can start going, hey, we want you.
Right.
Right? So then eventually I just re-signed with the company.
If Dana were to ever step down, would you run the UFC?
That would be a dream job for anybody. But of course, I would love to do something. If they ever trusted me with that, I would do the best job I ever could do. Because it's one of the greatest organizations in the world. It's one of the biggest sports organizations in the world.
Yep.
And they've done such a great job of building it that the job itself is just don't fuck it up.
Don't mess it up.
Don't mess it up.
Right.
Because Dana does, what he does is he's so passionate about it.
Yeah, he is.
That I can't imagine the UFC without him. But if not,
but Dana stand on business now.
He stand on business. You can be his best friend, he gonna get you. He gonna walk you out the door and say, hey man, give me another little pour. Hit that a little bit, I'm running out. You can give me a little small pour right there. Yeah, hit me up. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, let me get that. That's pretty good, man.
Oh, it's great.
I'm taking that bottle.
You can take it.
That's coming with me.
No, but we'll get your address. We'll send you and send them to your dad.
My pops passed away, but
oh my bad. I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay.
But we'll make sure you take care of it.
You take. Then I will. I will drink it in his honor. I'm gonna do exactly like him. My pops would show home.
Yeah.
My pops had them hard days, man.
Really?
My pops was working the hard.
Well, if you say Louisiana, he grew up hard.
Grew hard and working outside.
Yeah.
My dad used to show up, sit in that truck for 2 hours. Because he knew hard day at work, got to come deal with us.
Yeah, he probably had to help a couple of drinks to come in the house.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Joe Rogan.
Yep.
Now, I didn't know a whole lot about Joe Rogan. I just knew him as the guy that Fear Factor.
Yep.
So I didn't know that
he became Joe Rogan.
Yeah, because I love Fear Factor, and then they just got too ridiculous with it. I mean, I was like, I can't do this no more. It was really good. The first couple of seasons was really, really good, and to see what he's turned into as a podcaster. But in the MMA, in UFC, he's your Howard Cosell.
Yes, he is. He's very good.
He is very, very good.
I've never met a person that actually remembers more than Rogan. We go to dinner after the fights.
Yeah.
And he'll be talking about events at UFC 15, and I'm like, UFC 15? Was that in 2004?
Bro, we had 300 now. You talking about 15?
Yeah. He's like, I'm telling you, like this. But his memory to recall all these things, I've never seen anything like it.
Right.
But yeah, and Shannon, it says something when you do a job just for the love of doing the job when you don't have to do it.
Right.
Joe doesn't have to do UFC.
Nah, he don't.
With the Spotify thing that he has going on and everything.
And Dana said that when he first started doing it, he did it for free.
Yeah.
He called a fight for free. They're like, and then they worked it out something later. But because he loved the sport so much, and he fights, and obviously he works at it, and but he does an unbelievable job.
Yeah, he's tremendous, man. I think he does a great job of calling the fights, and I think that you could tell his passion for it.
Yes.
And everything. I mean, you guys do like hours and hours of TV a week. Mm-hmm. You got to love this too.
You do.
Or you can't do it.
You can't do it.
Yeah, and you can feel it. I can see it in you too. I've watched you from afar.
Yeah.
And I've admired how well you've done and how you've really broke through the glass ceiling. Because there was an idea of who you were supposed to be at Fox.
Yeah.
And then eventually you said this idea it doesn't work for me.
Right.
And you became bigger than that idea.
Yeah.
And now it's like, I'm so happy. I don't really know you well enough to say I'm proud of you.
I appreciate
but I'm happy for what you've done and what you've accomplished because you deserve it, man. Hard work deserves to get credit for it. And I've watched it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. What have you most learned about money? Because growing up how you grew up, living off $1,500 a month, and you got a $1,200 rent, and then basically I got to eat for the next 29 days. I got to live off $150.
Yeah.
Now that you make decent money.
Yep.
What have you learned about it?
Money's hard to keep. Money's very hard to keep. That's what people don't understand.
Yeah.
Money's hard to keep. You pay a lot. You pay a lot of taxes. You pay a lot of other things. It just gives you an opportunity. I feel like money gives you the ability. One, you're going to be exactly who you ever wanted to be.
Yes.
So if a person's ugly because they have money, they always were ugly.
Right.
They just didn't have the ability
Right.
to be ugly. You're gonna be exactly who you want to be, and you have access to more things that you have. And I also learned that because you have the ability to pay for stuff, most things are free.
Yes.
Isn't that the
That's
craziest?
the crazy thing.
When you
People
are
that have the most money, they get the most stuff for free.
when you are living off that $1,500, you want to go buy. You want something, you got to pay for it. But when
Right.
you have the money that you have, and you can pay for it, everybody's like, "Could you please just take this?" And I just want to see you have it, hold it. Shannon, could you just hold it?
Right.
And you're like,
Okay.
And most times you're like, I'd rather pay for it instead of hold it for you. It's just that, but also just that it gives you a free. It's freedom.
Mm-hmm.
It really is just freedom. Like, it's a freedom to do things and take care of the
Right.
people that you love more than anything. I bought my mom a house.
Wow.
That was one of my greatest accomplishments.
Yes.
To have her get a big house,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then my mom was a house cleaner whenever I was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So she would take us to these people's houses. And while she worked, the people were beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
One family I still remember to this day, called the Lowe family in Louisiana,
Mm-hmm.
Lafayette. She'd go Monday and Wednesday there. They gave us a car.
Mm-hmm.
They gave us like a brand new car. Just this wonderful family of people. I made sure she had house cleaners when she was older.
Wow.
So instead of going to clean people's houses, like those are the things that I'm so proud of in my life and my career.
That you were able to do for you.
To do for your mom. I mean, you know that. You do it for
sure. Absolutely.
It's like there are people in your life that mean more than anything. And that's, you take care of them.
Finding a mate. Obviously, wrestling, ain't it like they coming to lose, like they beating down your door and say, "Oh yeah, I want to wrestle," because it's not like you're not on television. It's a hard job. It's a grimy job. You're moody. Some days are better than others. When you found a wife, how did you know?
I've had multiple.
Oh.
So yeah, you get really. I'm not the best in love, man.
You know what? I tell someone was telling me this the other day. They said, Shannon, the best and worst decision. When you made the best decision, did you know it was the best decision at the time? No.
No.
When you made the worst decision, did you know it was the worst decision at the time? No.
No. You just live with the decisions you make. That's all you can really
That's it.
do. But you, part of being great is being selfish.
You got to be.
And when you're so selfish, it's hard for relationships to work.
Absolutely.
And I think that is like probably the thing that athletes need to worry about the most. Because
Got to find somebody that understands.
yes, and not many people do.
They don't.
It's really hard.
Everybody say they can be, I understand. Everybody can be second until they actually have to be second.
Until everybody can be second when they don't have. The moment there's a comfortability to life, it's like, wait a minute. Everything that we hoped would happen has now happened. Now worry about. But it's not done yet. The job's never done.
No.
I feel like for high thinkers like you and myself, to just retire, could you imagine that as life?
No.
You die.
I
It's
would.
like
I
a
literally-
part of you would die.
Yes.
And so for me, it's like I need to be chasing career.
Yeah.
I need to be
I got to
chasing-
work.
Gotta
I'm
work.
a worker.
Gotta work. It's what I was put on this earth to do. But that can be seen as selfish.
It is.
Yeah.
But that's the only way you can become great.
It's the only way.
And greatness is not a sometime thing. It's an
Yeah.
all the time thing.
It's an all the time thing. You don't get to be great just when you want to be great in front of people. You got to be willing to do that work behind closed doors. Yeah. But you don't never know anything.
Your biological father was shot and killed by his second wife's
Yep.
father in self-defense.
Dude.
You remember that?
Oh, yeah. I remember watching Thanksgiving Day of 1986. We're at my aunt's house, Marjorie. We're all sitting down, we ate, we're all watching The Color Purple. And my mom getting a call, and she goes crazy, it was hysterical. I was a 7-year-old kid, I had no idea what was going on. Then they told her, your dad's just been killed. Joseph has just been killed. Your ex has been killed. She goes crazy. She has to sit down now and tell me that. My older brother is 12 years older than me. Imagine a 19-year-old kid learning that his father's been killed. I'm at 7 just crying because I don't have the greatest memories. I don't have the memories of my dad
Like the night, like your brother does.
like my brother does. But I also don't have like, Shannon, I can retain one real vivid memory of my father.
Okay.
And that was we were at a truck stop because he drove trucks.
Okay.
That's it. That's the only real vivid memory I have of my father. But my dad, Percy, had already moved into my life when I was 3.
Right.
So I'm 4 years into that relationship with my mother.
Okay.
And it was just sad, man. I remember going to that funeral and I see my dad in that casket. He's got 2 families, right? Because while my mom is not with him anymore, they have kids.
Her reaction told me that she still loved your dad.
I don't think they ever fall out of love. It's like something that they don't really let go of, especially that first one.
Mm-hmm.
But my mom's sitting there with my dad, and let me tell you, how I knew my mom still loved my dad. One time, I don't know if my dad, I don't quite understand if my dad was cheating. I don't know what it was, Shannon. But my mom took the car at a 4-way stop. The other woman was driving the other car. She hit her. What? She hit her. My mom was an angel. You better hold. My mom was an angel.
Your mama playing bumper.
Audrey was an angel. She
playing bumper cars and real cars,
the
though.
cop said, "Why'd you hit her?" She goes, "That's my car too. This my car? That's my car. I want to wreck him, I can wreck him." I said, "Oh my God." But it was at a little red light. It was a bump.
Yeah, it
wasn't like a hard hit, but she hit her. Okay, but yes. So yes, she must have still loved my dad. But yeah, it was awful.
You mentioned that your stepfather intervened, came in your life at a very young age.
Yes.
What did you learn from him?
Everything. Percy Benoit was, man, he was the best. He was the best. He worked so hard. He made decisions, him and my mother, that made me appreciate them more than I don't know if I ever could appreciate anyone in my life. When we were like 7, 8 years old, at that time when my dad got passed, they decided not to take government assistance anymore. We want to make it on our own. We were struggling. But they did. They took no help. They just made it on their own. Then they bought their first house together. And then I watched that man get up in the morning and he would go and work for the city of Lafayette. It was hot, man. It was 95, 100 degrees, 100-degree humidity. You know what Louisiana's like. Mm-hmm. He would take the lime and make the baseball fields. He would cut the fields and the grass. And he would come home at 5:30, eat real quick. And he would get a bath, because we didn't have a shower, jump in his truck and go to a pizza parlor and wash dishes to make an extra $60 every time he did that. And he did that constantly. And then when I got old enough, I realized more what he was doing. When the days that he wasn't going back to there, he was going to the cemetery and he was cutting it. And he was weed eating next to the graves to make more money. So when I got old enough, he started taking me with him. And he's like, you get $35 a month. So every time you do this, I guess I made $8 or $10, right? Because it would take us a little bit of time. I learned to work. He taught me to work. And I think by him teaching me to work, it has defined my life. It's defined my life. I was the captain of the Olympic wrestling team. And it's because I worked hard. They saw me. They saw me and said, I want this guy to lead our team.
Is that the type of father you are? You try to be what Percy wants you to your own?
That's what I try to be for my kids. I try to be present and show them I'm working, man. I'm making a life for you guys that can be, and I hope that you see and appreciate what I'm doing.
Right.
Because while I don't see the struggle, they don't see the struggle that I saw, they do see that their dad is willing to just, I took my daughters to a photo shoot I did for Monster Energy the other day. And they were like, Dad, you work hard. I was like, I wanted to give you just kind of see what Dad does when he gets up at 5 a.m. and he's back home by 6 to make sure you guys have dinner.
Right.
Right? It's like those types of things, they mean the world to me. My dad was the best.
You lost a daughter.
I did, man.
To an 18-wheeler accident.
Yeah, that was the worst. That was the worst. I've had a lot of things happen in my life that I try not to let define me. Like I try not to let like certain things define me, like the bad. But yeah, that was the worst. I was 23 years old. I had a daughter named Kaden Emery, and we were in college or just finishing college. So her mom was from Killeen, Texas.
Okay.
And they were driving home to see her parents, and but her car didn't have air conditioning. And she was like, I'm gonna put my kid in the car with my friend because they have a newer car.
Right.
Yeah, and they got rear-ended by an 18-wheeler. That was the worst, man. If she was with her mom, she would have been fine, but we make these decisions at times that we think are the right decision, and it has killed her mom's life.
You know what, DC? I was about to ask you. I bet she beat herself up.
Bro.
I should have just rolled the window down. She should have been with me.
Yep. Her mom's life is...
It hadn't been the same, has it?
No. That girl was on a track team at Oklahoma State where I went to school, and she had such a big future, and now it's like she's at home taking care of her mother. That losing our kid, like, it killed her. I was able to spin it and say that every time I wrestle, every time I fight, I have an angel sitting on the cage to watch over me. Her mom was never able to do that. It's sad, man. That was the worst thing that's ever happened in my
Because
life.
as parents, we expect our kids to bury us.
Yes.
We don't expect to bury a child.
Not that young. Not that young, man. She's 3.5 months old. So, like, to put her in a casket, yeah, that shit sucks. Yeah, I even just thinking about it, like, it sucks.
Has it changed the relationship that you had with subsequent kids, that you hold them tighter? That you you realize how fragile life is.
Yeah.
That tomorrow is not promised. Even 3 hours from right now isn't promised.
No, I know. Yeah, it's bad to the point that, Shannon, at times you gotta like, I have to consciously try not to be as much of a helicopter parent. I'm trying to because I know how important it is for them to experience things, but it is scary. Like my son is getting older now. Like I let him ride his bike to the barbershop now to get a haircut. That was something I could have never done. Like never.
You talking about a bicycle or a motorbike or a motorcycle?
Like one of those electric
bike. Okay,
yeah.
electric. Okay.
So I let him, but I make him put his location on the moment he leaves the house.
Right.
Location on. So I'm trying, dude, but it's hard. It really has changed me in terms of parenting. And you try.
Right.
It's important. Like, I did a lot growing up. I had a lot of freedom.
Yeah.
And it gave me a little bit of like street smarts and ability to adjust and make my way around life.
People probably wouldn't know this about you, but you've had a lot of death in your family.
Yeah.
Your grandmother, your cousin, you lost a child at a very young age. People ask me, because they know how close I am with my grandmother, they will say, hey, Shannon, how did you get over it?
Yeah.
I say, you never get over it.
No.
You just get better at dealing with it.
Yeah.
How have you been able to get better at dealing with
Loss? Well, at 20, when you lose a kid at that age, right? Like, you feel like nothing ever is going to feel worse. But I've managed to learn how to take those things and try to make them push me forward.
Okay.
So with my daughter, like, I had never made a United States team. After my daughter passed, I made 6 in a row.
Wow.
Swear to God. My daughter passed in June or in May of
You had a bigger purpose.
May of 20. Yes.
That you didn't know.
Yes. And by August, I wrestled in the World Championships for the first time. Then the Olympic Games and all the way through. My mom, when she passed a couple years ago, obviously I don't do anything competitively anymore. But in terms of my media career, it's just gotten bigger. Yep, because I work harder now. Because I know that even though I don't have to provide for her in the way that I did before, I still need to work because she was proud of that work.
Yes.
I want to do more TV because she watched everything, right? So even though she's not there watching now, like I know she watched it all. So I try to spin it. Right. That's the only way, because otherwise it cripples you.
It does.
It really does cripple you. Like like I've heard stories about you and your grandmother, and it's like, and how special a lady she was to you.
Yep.
But yeah, you don't ever get over losing somebody you love that much. No. You can't.
This cutting weight thing, you said that in this Thanksgiving, you weighed 257.
Yeah.
In basically 45, 50 days, you were down to 204.
Yep.
Obviously, that's very taxing on the body.
Yes, it is.
Very taxing
yes,
to cut that kind of water weight, because that's not all just good weight.
Yeah.
And you went to Reno Fair at one time, right?
I did. I did Olympic Games. Yeah, but I wasn't that big at the time. I was just in wrestling. I didn't have the access to the resources. I couldn't have done that without my chef.
Right.
I had like Tyler Minton was working for me at the time. He every meal, every drink, he would feed me, then he would write it down. He would feed me, then he would write it down. I got to drink a kombucha every day. That was it. Outside of water, that's all I had.
Right.
And some sort of like electrolytes,
right,
stuff to make sure I wasn't cramping.
Right.
When I went to the cage to train.
Right.
But outside of like that, I had water and every meal. Here you go. And at the right times. When I was wrestling, I would eat until Wednesday, and then I just would not eat until I weighed in on Friday or Saturday. I'd go 3 days without anything. Marab Wallace really still does that. The champ at 135,
yeah,
he just will not eat. I don't. You don't have to do it that way anymore. You don't. He's got money. But yeah, I would. My kidneys quit on me at the Olympic Games. Ended up in the hospital. I was gonna die, man.
Because they don't let you take diuretics, does it?
Can't take diuretics, can't take IVs, can't do nothing. Wow. If I could have took an IV after weigh-ins, I'd have been fine.
Right.
Right. It was right before the Olympic Games that they did away with IVs. I didn't want to cheat. I didn't want to cheat. My body, dude, that was a.
What's the most weight you've had to cut?
So, by design, if I was fighting on Saturday, when I showed up to Vegas on Tuesday, I probably was like 220, if it was good. But I remember one time in New York against Rumble in Buffalo, I was like 231 on Sunday before the fight on Saturday.
What?
231. Yeah.
And you got to get down to 205?
Yeah. But I was heavy, so I'd go run, lose like 5 pounds. You lose a lot of weight, Shannon.
Yeah.
And you drink a lot of water.
Right.
These nutritionists are so good at manipulating weight now.
Yeah.
You have no idea. So like, if I'm like 217, 218, 220, like 220.
Oh, you in sweet spot. You in your wheelhouse.
Yeah, because now I've got that with 2 gallons of water in a day.
Right.
Right? That's 16 pounds at minimum. So by the time I get in that sauna, I'm like, it all comes off. But it's only for a short period of time.
Right.
Like, I'm at 204 and a half for maybe an hour.
When you
hydrate,
yeah. What are you going back up to? You gonna rebound to what? 220, 225?
Yeah. When I fought John Jones and I was in peak physical condition.
Yes.
There was nothing I could do to get over 222. Like, I mean, literally trained there for the last 4 weeks of camp. Because I was so locked in.
Right.
When I fought Rumble Johnson, I weighed 231 on Saturday night when I fought him the next day.
Wow.
I weighed 205. Yeah, I gained 26 pounds overnight. Ooh. That's too much. I felt so sluggish and horrible.
Right.
But yeah, I've cut a lot of weight. You lose like 10 pounds an hour though when you do those weight cuts.
Wow. Do you feel that your height? I mean, because like you little, but probably a tick under 6 foot tall.
I'm 5. I've gotten shorter. I'm like 5'10" on a good day. 5'10" and a half. I've shrunk, Shannon. Have you shrunk at all? Have you gotten shorter at all?
Yeah, I think so too. I think as we get older, we shrink it. I believe I have. But when you use like I would think somebody your size, your height would be ideal. Is ideal for wrestling.
Oh, for
because
wrestling,
because you got a short torso, but you got long legs.
Compact, yeah. And I'm good at getting close. They say I'm sticky.
Right.
If I get close to you, I'm sticking to you like you stuck in a fly trap.
Right.
Like seriously, it's like.
So you're trying to close the distance.
Oh, if I got close, you're in trouble. If I can grab you by the head, I'm punching you uppercuts. If I can grab your leg, then you're really in trouble. Because I had 1,000 ways to finish a takedown. The moment I got your leg, you're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Because I'm either gonna move you here, left, right, up, down. It's all subtleties. It's the same thing. Like like Shannon, I could actually try to guard you right now, and I could not. Because even if you might not be able to run as fast as you did, you're gonna give me something in the shoulders or something in the eyes that's gonna get some separation.
Correct.
That's me in wrestling. I'm just like here, 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 and they get lost.
Do you like? It's funny, like when you grab somebody here, because I'm watching these boxers and you watch him close up, he'll throw a punch and he put his hand up because he know what's coming. And he'll do this and he'll throw that. Or he'll do this and he'll do that. So you know, like if I got this, I know what he's gonna do.
Absolutely. I'll manipulate you to do what I want you to do.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll manipulate you. That's why like my takedown offense, I think I might have landed 50% of my takedowns, 40.
Wow.
And they're like, dude, you only landed 40%. Like, yeah, but the first few aren't designed to take you down.
Right.
They're to set you up for number 4, 5, and 6.
When I really want to get you down.
When I really want to get you down. Then you get up in the air, I flip you, or I trip you, or it's like, it's all setups.
You mentioned boxing was your first love, though.
Yep, I did. Because it's all I knew. It's what we knew. Like, they would watch, my uncles all watch the Wild World of Sports every weekend. And we'd watch, like, George Foreman clips and Muhammad Ali clips and Mike Tyson. So it's like, we're watching this greatness, and it looks like us.
Right.
That is where the difference was. You watch that greatness, and it's like, wow, this dude looks like he could be where I'm from. And he's the man.
Right.
He's a superstar. That's what drew me into boxing. Because every story was about a kid from a tough neighborhood.
Yes.
He was from Michigan. He was from Louisville, Kentucky. He was from like just all these places.
The mean streets,
The mean streets. Like, wait a minute, this looks very familiar. And look at him today.
Right.
So yeah, it just drew me in. Like
Bud and Canelo.
That's a tough fight. I saw Bud recently. He's big.
Bud bigger than you think. He's stronger than you think.
He's strong too. Yo, Bud's son is ridiculous. We had WrestleMania right up the street. He got a belt. He walked past me, and he was looking at me the whole time. He looked at me and said, "You the wrestler. I knocked you out on UFC." I was like, boy, you crazy. But he crazy. Bud told me he had to whip him. Bud said he went to Sean, what's his name? Sean Crawford, Sean Taylor, Sean
Porter?
Sean Porter. Bud said Bud said the same went to Sean Porter and said, "My dad knocked you out." Sean Porter had to call him and be like, "Well, your son's crazy." Bud said, "I had to spank him." He crazy. But yes, he's bigger. It's a big time fight. Canelo better have his game ready.
Yeah.
Because if not, he's gonna get beat by Bud.
Yeah. Bud, I mean, like I said, Bud fought at, last fought at, junior middleweight at 154. But Bud walks around at like 180.
He's big, man, and he's tall too.
Yeah.
He's very tall. He looked big. I saw him inside the Apex he was training.
Yeah.
Yep. He looked big. You went and watch him train too?
No, we did a interview with him, and I say he's stronger than you think.
He's stronger than you could tell.
He's stronger than you think.
Canelo got his hands full.
He does. You were bullied as a kid. Is that why you got into wrestling and fighting? Because you were bullied? You're like, I ain't taking this ish no more.
So I was bullied bad, Shannon.
Okay.
Like this guy used to beat me up all the time. He would beat me up for no reason. It was like no reason to fight me. He would just pick on me. If they could have 3 other kids fight. Right. He would show up to watch the fight. Then once that fight was over, he's like, I might as well give me one until they get a dub. I was scared too. I was so scared of him. And then I learned to wrestle. Once I got him, it was over, man.
Right.
Once I got him once, it was over. But yeah, it gave me self-defense. I think wrestling is so important for kids because then you learn to defend yourself, and also it gives you a confidence. I got this academy in Gilroy, the Daniel Cormier Wrestling Academy. Kids walk in and they're hunched over, looking like scared.
Right.
Because the ones that have been doing it for a while have this intensity about them. They're strong and they're confident.
Right.
6 months later, they're like walking in with some. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
This is what I need. That's what wrestling gives you. I think it's the best.
Right. Have you ever been arrested for street fighting?
One time. I got arrested in college when I was a freshman. I punched a guy, man.
What do you do?
So I went to a junior college in Kansas. And one of the biggest mistakes that young black men make when they go to different places is they almost try to recreate themselves. You can be a great kid, but you will portray yourself as a gangster or a bad guy.
Right.
Because you want people to not only respect you, you want to make sure you fit in, and they kind of fear you a little bit.
Yep.
It's like very important. So I did that, and I'm at this party, and we go to this party, and the guy comes out, it's his house, and he starts talking, and he said something that I viewed as disrespectful when he came charging towards me. So I punched him. Bro, he I don't know if his jaw was like super like loose. Cause
he went to sleep.
He went down and his jaw broke really bad. So blood's like everywhere. We run off, me and all my wrestler friends. The cops come to get us. We're in Kansas. I was like, well, man, I saw this Mexican dude do it and run away. They said, nah, man, it was you. It was you.
You're not trying to put it off on somebody.
I tried to put it on a Mexican dude, man. I was like, oh, they ain't got many brown people out here. They ain't got many brown people out here. They said, nah, it was you. They put me in jail. I was crying, dude. Then they put me in jail on a Friday night, Shannon. And in those little towns.
Oh, you don't get to Monday.
And then once Monday come, they got 72 hours to see you.
Yeah.
Man, they kept me in jail till Wednesday.
Damn.
I was crying. My mom actually, to pay to get me out, she had to put it up against her house.
Wow.
To get me out of jail, she put her house on the line as counter for the bail. For the bail. Yep. And then I was like, this woman will do anything for me. I'm the one that messed up.
Right.
I ran her phone bill up, calling her every day, thousands of dollars. They ain't had nothing to pay that, but she answered it every time. That's why she was the best to me. Everybody like, oh, you love your mama more than you love anybody in the world. I was like, you saw what she did for me? She said she was the best.
You tried some everything. You sold drugs as a kid? You tried to.
Shannon, I was a bad drug dealer.
What?
Shannon, you don't want to hear this story. Shannon, we made fake drugs one time.
Oh, Lord.
Shannon,
So when you cut grass and just put it?
This was when I was a kid. No. Back when I was growing up, it wasn't weed, it was crack. I tried to sell crack, Shannon. I was broke. I needed $20.
Bro, you don't know how to cook?
I don't know how to cook. I don't know nothing about it. But listen what we did, though. We took some wax and put Orajel on it. Because I guess that it must numb the face or something. One of my friends told me that. So I gave it to the drug. I gave it to the dude. Dude gave me the money. He started. He looked up. I took off running. I took off. Man, he called me, man. I gave him the money back. I gave him, here you go, man, you got me.
Nah, you ate the crack now. You out of this, bro.
That was the last time I ever tried some stupid shit like that. I was like, man, sports for me, it was bad.
Could a boxer ever be the MMA fighter in a street fight?
No. They would get taken down. It would happen too fast. I saw James Toney fight Randy Couture. James Toney was one of the slickest, best boxers of all time. He tapped without actually tapping Randy. He just waved at the ref like, save me.
Right.
That's what happens when boxers fight. The baddest man on the planet is a mixed martial arts fighter. Nothing else. In terms of hand-to-hand combat.
Right.
Yeah, the baddest man on the planet is the UFC heavyweight champion. Every time. Unless Francis Ngannou's out there fighting for someone else.
Right.
Then there's a chance that he's the baddest man on the planet.
There's a chance it might be somebody else.
He might beat whoever we have because he's that good. But if not, it's either Tom Aspinall, Francis Ngannou, and John Jones. Right now, those are the baddest men on the planet. Nobody else.
We come back and have a conversation 5 years, 10 years from now.
Yep.
What's DC doing?
Probably the same thing. Probably doing the same thing. Working UFC fights. I love my job. I love calling fights. I think I have the best job in the world.
Yep.
Podcasting, doing television, same. Because I don't think that right now, I'm willing to stop you. Like we said earlier, you're a worker, I'm a worker. I just might be living in the town wherever my son or my daughter goes to college. I just can't let it go. I told my daughter the other day, I said, pick a school close and I'll pay everything.
She wants to get far away. She wants
She said, I said, you thinking of colleges yet? She goes, what? No. She goes, Dad, I'm 13. I go, could you go to Cal? Or like, stay close. I go, I'll pay your rent. I'll give you a stipend. I'll do everything. She was like, no, you don't have to. You're good. She want to get away from my ass. My
Daniel
man.
Cormier.
Yes, you're the man.
Is it Cormier or Cormier?
Cormier.
Cormier.
Cormier. Yeah.
DC.
That was good.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life I've been grinding all my life.